that deal, we had 3 offers on the table for that company, 250, 265, 270, 270 million euros. And then on Christmas Eve, everybody was supposed to confirm those bids. And on Christmas Eve, everybody called and said they were dropping out.
Does money bring happiness?
I don't regret it, but I do look back and think I would have, if there was a way to have had it all, including that, I would.
We'll talk tech soon. I want to talk running for mayor. Because I want to as well, so like, this might be your arch nemesis.
He wants to build 3G football pitches in England. He lives in Jamaica. So I said to him, have you priced this up? Like, have you got numbers on this? He's like, yeah, I've got the numbers. So what, we're gonna need to do this, and this. And I was kind of like, oh wow, like
he's done some research.
And he said, so I think all we're gonna need is like 8 to 9 million from you.
Are you challenging me? Do you want to go, bro?
I will lie, I look. It's been a long time.
What's happening, people? As you know, I don't really have to do that. I just like doing it each and every single Monday morning because you've just got out the lift. Listen, right now, we're on our way to Manchester with like 16 or so members to enjoy Burna Boy at Co-op Live in Manchester. You guys are in the office, and that is, while it is in fact very unfortunate, that was your own error because you didn't become a member. Now is a great time to become a member. Just last week we sent 2 members to go and watch Fireboy at Royal Albert Hall. We took a couple more members to Culture FM to enjoy the Davido's new album. And we took a few more members to Eden. I went Eden Lounge for the first time.
Oh, that was your
Good.
first?
Yeah, it was my first time. Yeah, my cousins, they turned 18, twins. So we took them Eden Lounge, and Davido was there as well, a couple members as well. It's a great time to become a member. There's way more things happening. We're even giving away a trip to Brazil. Been Brazil before?
Never been, man.
Oh, you've been to Brazil?
Never been.
Oh, right, interesting.
It's a good place to go. So I've heard, because we're giving away a trip for the Carnival in 2026. To enter that raffle, all you have to do is click the link in the description, buy a ticket for the raffle. It's £5 entry. You can buy as many tickets as you like, but don't do something silly like buy as many tickets that will cost your flight and hotel, if that makes sense.
I don't mind if people want to be
I mean, if you want to be that silly.
If you want to be ignorant, it's fine. You know?
You just want me to be your booking agent, basically.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, like
Go to
that.
the bill payer and that, you may be charged, all that kind of stuff.
And as you know, this week, if your manager's name is James, just ask him how his pension's doing. If it's doing all right, confuse him. Okay? Ask him for the report. These times his pension isn't even in order, Tell him to focus on the real things in life. It's key. Guys, listen, we have the man that handed us our mobile award. This year. This is the guy that gave us our mobile on stage. So if you look on stage and you're like, who's this guy that's giving them the mobile? This is sitting right next to us. We've never been with a billionaire before.
Oh wow! Whoa!
Chill out, relax. We've got Dean Forbes in the building, man.
Pleasure, man. Pleasure to be here.
Thanks for coming.
Man. I find interesting in life right now is, I think like where we're at, like we can meet people that we've either grown up listening to or like we've been made aware of, and we're like, oh, I want to talk to that person at some point. So we was getting dubbed by your team at one point. Oh my God. As in like, they were just like, maybe another time. He's busy. I was like, okay, cool, don't worry, we'll find a way. Sure enough, presenting our awards. So we had to win the Mobo. That's what we was there for. It was just a network for you. We just happened to win. That was all. It was a byproduct, you know what I'm saying? But no, I think it's just, there's so much to get into, but thank you for giving us our award.
No, my pleasure, man. That was an amazing moment. Like I kind of talked about it afterwards. Growing up, mobiles was a massive thing. Like for my generation, I think it was a huge thing. So growing up, being a fan of the platform, getting to participate in the platform in that way, and then seeing you guys win, big fan of the show, big fan of all 3 of you, and then seeing the energy and what it meant to you, man, made it super special. Congratulations.
I'm jealous of the people that watched it on TV. Like I wanted to see their reactions. Like our Discord members were going mad. We FaceTimed them in the club afterwards. We celebrated them back in London. Parents, family was going mad. So I'm jealous of that for you. I want to know what that was like. Like seeing someone, your family, win something.
I hope when I gave you the award, I think I said to one of you, like, make sure you celebrate it. Make sure you celebrate. Because like you were just saying, 10 years in the making, you got to have a moment, man. That's a major moment.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's actually mad. It's actually mad.
Sunk in.
It sinks in now that it's here as well. Which I'm glad it's here in time for you coming as well.
Word.
I think that's made it a bit more real. But like, there's still people that are like, yo, that's a big thing, you know. Like when our brother called me, he was like, so solid and these lot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, actually, you know what? I hear what you're saying. Maybe we are them guys. You know what I'm saying?
That was good, but we got so much to get through today. Family, football, tech, and a couple things that you're running for. Not the marathon. But you know what I'm saying? I want to start with football, yeah? So you went, in fact, let's start.
He's got it on his wrist.
Yeah. I didn't even clock that.
Yeah, clocked.
Oh, what a night.
I was just about
You Arsenal as well?
No, Liverpool.
Liverpool.
It's over there. I was like, where's my sign?
Hey, look, now he's got energy now. Now he's like, oh, we won it. Look at it. You know, he said Liverpool.
Listen, you was in. Is this your first time at the Bernabeu?
First time at the Bernabeu.
Wow.
Have you been? Has anyone been?
No, man.
Wow.
And they closed the roof.
Wow.
They let Rice cook.
Wow.
Listen, I can tell it was your first time. Because the way your assistant emailed said, this is something you can't pass up on. But you didn't snub us. Like, you didn't say, I'm not coming. You said, can we push it?
I had to push it, man. It was a crazy one. Like, we were at home on Sunday. And I was talking to my friend saying, and he was going to be there. And I said to him, wouldn't mind going. He said, maybe I can talk to someone. And then they spoke to someone, and then we had to speak to that person. And next thing I know, me and my son went as like guests of Real Madrid and Qatar Airways. So hospitality was unbelievable.
Oh, cool.
So
but when you walk in, no, but this is the thing about the Bernabeu. Like, I've been to a lot of football stadiums. When you walk in to the Bernabeu, and it's 15 minutes before kickoff, and all 90,000 of those people standing up singing, I've never experienced the atmosphere like it. I was like, this is going to be a horrible 2 hours as an Arsenal fan. This is going to be horrible. But
it was treacherous. The way you got to watch it versus the way I got to watch it, that is one treacherous thing. What were you doing? It was my cousin's birthday, so I was watching it on my phone in the restaurant. Horrible. I'm 4 minutes behind. Messages.
You're lagging. Wi-Fi's dropping out.
Messages saying, wow, how did he do that? I'm thinking, then I'm seeing the penalty late, and I'm like, what's going on? Then Rice's penalty shout, 5-minute delay. What was that like in the stadium? Like the 5-minute wait for Rice's penalty shout against Mbappe.
You got to remember, so we're guests of Real Madrid. So we're sitting there, and it's me and my son, and I'm like squeezing his leg, he's squeezing my leg, and just on that side are like some of the hardcore Real Madrid fans. So they're swearing, they're going crazy, they're shouting at the ref. I'm saying to my son, this is going to take a special kind of referee to not give this free kick, and he did it, man. Unbelievable night.
These European refs, they're great. They handle things
No, he was unbelievable.
so well. Not scared to overturn their own decision and look at the monitor. But it took long. It took so long. That was ridiculous how long it took.
It was time well spent.
Because if they grabbed the first goal, peak. But the penalty miss was, it hurt at first, and then he got his dink. And then I'm thinking, VAR's gonna pull him.
For the offside. Do you know what sunk in yesterday? The kind of man you have to be to play in that atmosphere. Right? Forget the technical ability as a footballer. But I'm looking at these guys with 90,000 fans screaming at them. Every mistake, they're like the whole stadium is on you. I don't even know how they breathe. So just like as a person to deal with that and then apply your trade.
Yeah, because Lewis Skelly, 18? It's mad. Man is just driving past. Get off me, Bellingham. Get off me. Everyone, in fact, just make space. Because I'm going this way, innit? I don't know what you meant on.
To me, it says a lot about the person. Like, to even contemplate doing that. Crazy, but great.
Yeah, his mum looks like a rock in his life. Like, mum is present. Like, we could talk Arsenal for days. I'm an Arsenal fan. We could talk Arsenal for days. But you played football as well. Which commentator would you have loved to hear say your name after scoring a goal?
is it Motson? Who did Aguero?
Oh, I can't remember his name. Yeah, I think
it's
so.
John
But
Motson.
that is classic commentary.
Ali.
How did it go?
It might work. I doubt it would have been in
Do
the
you know
right
what you need
context
to
though.
do, yeah? For your next, like, when you do a TED talk or something, get him.
The intro.
And come in boots as well.
What? Nah, give me Ali McCoy's, man. Give me Ali McCoy's. What? Yeah. Because sometimes, like, growing up, you used to think, is my name even like, you know, like you'd hear Owen, you hear the Becca, like you think, is my name?
Does my name work?
my name
I might not
work?
make it because I've got a wrong name. The syllables in my name aren't correct.
Nah. I realise it's being good that makes the name slap.
Right.
Because when man was screaming, "Oh, that wingy!"
But you know,
that wasn't a cold name before.
it became something. But you know, like Morientes, Raul, Cavani, you're thinking, no, these are names.
I think you're right though. They become names.
They become names.
At least for black people, anyway. You have to make it work still. You have to ban it out.
You know, like that.
And I was good, but I wasn't like good enough to not apply myself and still get on in the game. So,
But if you applied yourself, do you think you could have reached that level? Or was it just like you knew?
I always say if I applied myself, I probably could have had a mediocre, and no disrespect to any footballers, but like maybe a kind of top half League One career,
Right.
Championship. Which, if your footballer is a great career, I'm just saying it wouldn't have been like, you know, household name type stuff. And listen, I'm glad I didn't make it.
It's a
It's a blessing still.
Sometimes,
much
man,
better.
it's a blessing. God is funny like that.
This is much
True.
God is funny, man. Like, you want something. God's thinking, you don't know what I've got for you, man. Don't worry, man. Just put some splints in his. Sprinkle some.
Splint him up.
Splint up the shin. Splint that.
But that failure and that disappointment, like my pride was wounded, I was embarrassed. And I think that put a lot of energy and drive into me, do you know what I mean? Like I was like, whoa, it was a bit of a cold shower moment of going, like, if you don't turn up and do this thing properly, you could end up like on a real scrap heap, so you better sort yourself out. So it was good in terms of jolting me into action, you know?
And then I think I've heard you say that your agent at the time got you your first job.
Yeah.
So what was that conversation like? Did he break the news that, like, who broke the news to you that you weren't gonna make it? Like?
No, Crystal Palace broke the news that, you know, there's nothing more for me here. And I had an agent at the time, and we did the thing most young footballers do. It was like, we're going to get you trials. So I went up to Birmingham City for a trial. So I was there for a little bit. Went to Gillingham for a little bit on trial. And it was always, because I had a lot of debt at the time, which I've talked about a lot. So I had debt. So, you know, one club would go, listen, we'd love to keep you for a year. We'll offer you a contract, but we can give you £150 a week. So you can have the year, but you got £150 a week. Then you go somewhere else and they say, we can give you 3 months, we'll see how it goes, but we'll give you £500 a week. So there was nothing that really made sense. So after doing that for a little bit, I was at Northampton Town, and I think they were going to offer something. Actually, I expected them to offer me something, and Harry took me for dinner, and I thought the dinner was to tell me what the Northampton offer was. And when he sat down, he was just like,
You need a job, bro. I'm sorry. Hey, we can all laugh now.
Yeah, you know.
You're gonna have to get a 9 to 5.
He sat me down and he was like, if you don't get a job, this debt is going to cripple you for the rest of your life. So I had to deal with that, and I was like, wow. And then he was like, and you should, my friend, his friend, is going to give you a job at Motorola in a call center on Monday. So it's like the triple whammy of no more football, you need a job, Monday. Wow.
It's Sunday at 2 p.m.
This has not been a good dinner. This is one of the worst dinners of my life.
And where was that? Northampton, you say?
I was playing for Northampton. It was in a restaurant called Mango Rooms in Camden, which is now closed down. And funny thing is, when I started to become have a bit of success and my career started to take off, I used to go to Mango Rooms all the time and eat. It just became a place of like victory for me. See, I had my darkest professional moment here. So I started going back and enjoying a lot of like positive professional moments there. Became a good place.
What school did you go?
Sedgel. In Catford.
Hill.
Sedgel. Where are you guys from?
We're from South London, because I hear you talk about like Rio's and Jason Yule is your friend. Jason Yule went to our school, did he?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I think one of the Charlton players went to our school. We went Tennyson's.
Oh, Bishop Tennyson. Okay.
I think someone,
Maybe.
or was it Carlton? Nah. One of the I think someone that played for Charlton went to our school. So I was thinking you was a little closer to us, but you was
I
captain.
was Lucian, mate, yeah.
Okay, so then even like just growing up playing football before any of the pro stuff or the academy stuff, what was that like? Was it concrete cages, grass? How like?
Yeah, it was. Well, there was two universes. Like there was the estate football, so there's like a cage on the estate and a little green, and that's where like the real games took place. You know? And I was thinking about this the other day that when we used to play football there, there'd be like it'll be I don't know 15 aside in this tiny cage, and it's like some players there's an age range of like 8 to 18.
But it felt like the Bernabeu.
That's probably the only environment as intense as the Bernabeu.
Oh man.
Like if you get nutmegged, your next 3 weeks are cancelled. Like you can't come out.
And if it was by an 8-year-old,
and
everybody's
gosh.
as an 8-year-old, nutmegging or older.
Oh man.
It's a gift and a curse.
Give him the curse, You don't know how you're gonna take it.
You don't know.
You're
like,
famous among some friends, and you might get punched up.
You might get punched up.
The cage was actually like when I think like we used to have Lillian Bailey's next to us, so we used to climb over Lillian Bailey's to go and play on their pitches, and it's so mad. Like when I think about like the level of provision that is there, like we used to. Some people were like on road, but of course Sunday we're all playing football, whatever. And I remember there was a time where someone was like, let's say the guy's name. Let's just say D. Now, let me just say that's too close to you. They might think it's you. Let's say his name's M. They're like, M's got a problem, so he's brought a gun.
Right.
But M still come to football.
With the machine.
With the machine.
Yeah.
And
Instead of
it's like,
staying home.
But why are we all here? Like, why do we all feel like, M's got it though, so we're all right? Like, why are we here playing football if we think
100%.
somebody is going to come and do something?
100%.
And it just makes you think, like, that's all we had.
Yeah.
That's how small we had. Like, we was willing to risk our lives to play football. But M has something, so I guess we're safe. It don't make no sense. And I always think about, even when man go to like raves and they've got something on there, I'm like, you actually left your house to defend yourself. Why don't you stay home or do something else? But it just shows like, man ain't actually got much. But that cage is essential, and they put it in all areas. And I'm just thinking like,
you could do inter-estate tournaments.
Yeah.
Bring your best 11 still.
Serious
things. So how good was your area like?
My area. Well, I played Lewisham District. We got to a few finals. Then I played in Blackheath District. Rio was in that team. I think Jimmy Bullard was in that team. Might have been. Like there were a few, I can't remember everybody, but there was a few people who went on and had really good. Lewis Nightingale played for Millwall. There were a few good players like in that team. So it was a good team. I was
some serious players. I
was a linchpin in that team, just to be clear. But I was a big deal in that team. But that's the truth. Like 13 to 15, I was probably in most football conversations. Then as soon as football became full time for me, and I was just like, I've made it now. My rate of decline was like astronomical, if that's even a way to describe the decline. It was horrible.
So, and then like, did you siblings?
No, my brothers are younger than me.
They're younger than you.
2 brothers who are younger than me.
How was that like leading brothers?
Well, that was the tone of our household. You know, my mum, which I talked about a lot, she was, you know, she was single parent and disabled and just obsessed with working. So she was always trying to go out and work, and it just meant for me, I had to take on some of those things that now people call them like, you know, parental responsibilities. Like you pick your brothers up, you bring your brothers home from school on the bus. When you get in, you know, you make the sandwiches or whatever, if you had that to make, or maybe you had to start dinner. Maybe you get everybody's school uniform together, put it in the wash. Like you had a set of chores and responsibilities, so that when mum came home, like 30% of it was done and she'd pick up.
Who's the most useless, the middle child or the youngest?
Of course, like they're not even close to me in terms of like And I'm saying it, so call me if you want, ping me if you want. Nah, they're good, man.
I mean, like at that age where you're
them.
like sorting their uniform and food, like which brother was just like, bro, you're not
youngest brother.
youngest brother.
Yeah.
He's still like that now, man. Love him to death. But he doesn't acknowledge any authority at all. Not at all. He's always been like that. And I know the reason is that we all looked after him so much.
Yeah.
So then he's like 6 years younger than us, but he's coming out with us. So he's coming to the day parties with us. Then we're sneaking him in nightclubs.
Yeah.
And he's young, so he's running around these places like just on complete bandit mode. And then when something happens, there's like me and my group of friends who are taking care of it. So he's grown up with this.
He's just always protected.
Always protected. And he's still like that now. Like, we go anywhere with him now, you're always like, please, like, calm down a little bit. But in his head, he's just, I say it to him all the time, he's conditioned to going, yeah, but nothing bad has ever happened.
Did we die though?
No bad has ever happened. So his thing is like, well, which one of us is right?
Yeah, meanwhile, you got battle scars.
Right. We've nearly been shot, stabbed 10 times. We've had to get out of places, like through back doors and everything. And the next day, he's just like, that was a good night, innit? Like, oh, no, please.
We ain't die though. Yesterday, I was even reminiscing, like, out with my aunt, because her kids, yeah. I've never thought I'd be able to say this, but I just feel like it now, innit? Like, maybe you guys might have had the same thing, that you'd go Safeways or something, and your parents would leave you and your siblings in the car. That happened to you guys?
Yeah.
Madness.
Yeah. It's bad when you think about it. It's mad when you think about it.
But I get it, because if we all go in there,
we get a ticket.
Bro,
not a ticket.
it's going to be expensive, bro.
I'm asking for Cheerios.
Yeah.
He's asking for Skittles.
Yeah.
It's a madness. So they leave us in the car, but that's mad.
It's mad. Yeah. And hope the car's these times the car lock is just that joint. You have to press the button.
Pull it up.
Yeah, and my aunt said, like, you know, like they started updating the cars so the car alarm goes off.
Oh yeah. If you lock it, you can't move in the car.
You can't move in the car. You have to wind down a little window so they can get some air. It's a madness. Like,
bro, did you not hear about the guy in America?
And he left his kids to go to interview.
He's left his kid in McDonald's to go to a job interview.
What?
Yeah.
Why
But it
would
was
you
like
do-
a 1-year-old, a 6-year-old, and like something. But it was like, these kids are way too young to be left alone.
Yeah.
Like, but apparently he went to an interview, but there's people saying that he had a bag on him. He came back, he didn't have a bag on him. So it looked like, man,
He was doing hand to hand.
doing
God
other
damn.
things in it.
Wow.
So, because it doesn't make sense, bro. And apparently he had an interview at McDonald's, but he left them at McDonald's and went
to another
somewhere else.
Oh,
Yeah.
What we do know about that situation, which I'm hearing about for the first time, is that this guy's in desperate need of help. Like, if you're trying your life where you have to leave your 3 children in McDonald's to go and do something, whatever you've gone away to do, like, you're in a difficult situation.
That was like, you had to do this, man.
Yeah.
Facts.
kids. They mess up the whole deal.
Yeah.
The kids.
He couldn't even go and shot in peace.
You know what I mean? But Dad, you put flour in the bag. Finished him.
You know what I'm saying? But, so the brotherhood, like, but as the eldest brother, like, did you want freedom, or you just quickly accepted that this is my role?
It was strange because I never felt burdened by it when I was doing it. It was just like, this is just how we roll as a family. And my mum was super good at just, this is the 4 of us. Like, it's just the 4 of us. You look after your brothers, like, really to the nth degree, that's how we grew up. But then when I got older, like 16, 17, I did just want to go and do my own thing. I was like, I felt a little bit like I've been doing this for a long time. I wanted to go and do my own thing. So we were homeless, which meant the family got split up. And despite the fact of being homeless, I was a little bit happy to start being a bit independent at that time, because I just had responsibility my whole life.
Yeah.
Mum's a gang though, innit? Because same as my mum. What you're saying, same as my mum, like, and we ended up homeless as well, but she got us back up.
Yeah.
Same as my mum.
I look at my mum now, who, like, mum's just a tyrant. Like, dealing with her is the most difficult thing in life, because she's just an absolute tyrant. But then when I look back and think, this woman raised 3 boys with no money, with disability, in the environment she did, where everybody was getting arrested, going to jail, hurting someone, getting hurt. And we never really had like any of that. And then there's me and my wife, 3 kids, so 2 parents, 3 kids, economically just in a completely different
And you're
place.
struggling.
A universe of help. The help setup is mental. And some days we're like, I think we need a weekend away.
It's crazy. I don't know how they did it.
Bro.
My mum just rocked it on her own, and we're like, phew, it's been difficult Monday to Wednesday. Maybe we should get away on Thursday.
Facts.
I like the conversation reminds me of when we was in LA. And the comedian was basically saying that, like, if you love your children too much, they're not going to become successful. And he said, I would have made it, but my dad loved me too much. And when you're saying like hardships or just in terms of like your life and your journey, it's just making me think that, like, is there a psychology of when your back's against the wall, you just perform better than someone that doesn't have their back against the wall? So like, you've got all the help, but you'll be like, damn, we need to like get away. But your mum didn't have a choice. So she just had to do it. So it's kind of like, not to say, oh, with our kids, we should like not like crack the whip or whatever, but like, I don't know how to kind of question it, but is it a sense of giving them some sort of struggle or putting their backs against the wall so that they can actually, you know, appreciate things?
I don't think you can kind of uniformly use that, right? Because looking on every housing estate, there's families whose backs are absolutely against the wall, who won't thrive. Like they're not gonna thrive. Some will, some won't. And there are families who are extremely wealthy. Some of their kids have got incredible drive. Some kids haven't. The thing I've had to kind of come to terms with is I only saw good parenting in adversity. That's how I saw parenting. I saw my mum's back against the wall. I saw what she dealt with, like with the rest of our family. I saw us have no money, and I saw her be a brilliant parent. So I learned parenting in adversarial circumstances. So then I become a parent and I parent the way I was parented, but then my circumstances change and I don't have the struggles that she has. So now it becomes a very, very difficult challenge to parent my kids without those struggles. And we have flash moments. Like there's times I come downstairs into the kitchen in our house and my kid is just like in the fridge at 10 p.m. drinking Coke, half a can of Coke, then he puts it back, then he like pours out some apple juice. He realised halfway in he doesn't want Coke. Now he wants apple juice, taking biscuits out the thing and just leaving the whole biscuits open so now they're gonna go soft. And I have to stop myself from taking this person's head off of their shoulders. But then I have to realise he doesn't know any different. He's never opened the fridge and then nothing's there. Nothing's there. So why would he place value on these things?
You don't know.
Like,
close it and open it again. Still nothing.
You go open it, you go sit down and think, it's been 5 minutes, let me go check it again.
So you have to parent, you have to learn to parent in a different way, and it's been hard. I think if Danielle was here, she would say, coming to terms with that and not being able to parent in the way we learned to parent has been a very hard journey for us, man.
That's interesting that you feel like you can't parent in that way. Like, what is it about that way that makes you think that you couldn't?
Because if I say to the boy, finish the can of Coke, because that's the last one, he's going to go, no, there ain't. It's not. There's 48 more right there. There's some in the upstairs fridge. There's some in the fridge right there.
Look around and be like,
so he's going to go, no. Or you go, if you don't finish that, we might not be able to get another one. He's going to be like, what are you talking about? Your dad's being ridiculous here. So you have to put value for things in him through another means. You have to put empathy and consciousness in him through other means.
How do you do that? Because I think that's something that if you're striving for success, and whether it be like financial freedom or whatever, just being in a good position, naturally you're gonna have to think, how is this gonna affect the kids? How do I make sure that and growing up the way you've grown up and the way we may have grown up, like we know, okay, there's certain values I want them to have, because you don't want them to be spoiled. Even though you want to spoil them, you don't want to have a spoiled behavior. Do you know what I mean? You want to give them more than you got, but you don't want to completely ruin them. So what were the things that you was like, I need to make sure those values are there, and how do you give them those values?
It's a bit of a journey, but I think we kind of stumbled on a few foundational things. And you know something, you never know how your kids turn out. My kids are 17 and 18. So we'll know if they're good or not in
Later,
5 or 6
yeah,
years' time, right? But I have to tell you, like at this moment in time, I couldn't be happier with them, especially given the life that they've had. And the few things that we did, one was we were not compromising about their interaction with adults. So their interaction with adults for their lives have been very old school. If there are adults in the house, you leave your room, you come and
say hello. You talk to them. I used to hate that though.
You clear that. You don't walk past adults who finish eating and you don't clear the table. So there's like certain foundational things about how they express respect towards adults, which I think has made them sufficiently respectful of authoritative figures, so like teachers, and not, you don't want them to be too respectful because you don't want people to take liberties with them, but they've got a foundation of respect. The bigger thing we did was no or very little material gifts outside of birthday and Christmas. So they don't have a constant flow of like new trainers and new computer games and new this and new that. They don't have a constant flow of that. Any of those things that they've ever got outside of Christmas and birthday, they have to contribute to. So even from like 5 and 6, when they were getting £5 a week pocket money, if they wanted, my daughter wanted a new doll, the doll was £20, she had to put £3 because it meant she had to take £1 out of her pocket money for 3 weeks. So you're conditioning them to, I'm going to get it, but I'm going to get it later, and I have to do something for it. And even like my son's car, you know, he was learning to drive, and you know, he wanted a car, and I'm seeing him look at all these cars, and I'm like, bro, you've got jobs that I don't know about because these are not the cars.
You can't afford that.
That's what I see a footballer buys. And I said to him, like, what, you can have whatever car you want, but you're going to put half the money. I'll do the insurance, but you're going to put half the money. And then he was scrambling to save, and he saved a good amount of money. He saved about £4,000. Then his mum got involved, and we ended up getting him a better car. But he had to come up with £4,000. And the beautiful thing was, like, watching his friends leave the house. You go, aren't you going with your friends? He'd say, oh, they're going there, and I don't want to go because I'm going to have to spend £60, so I'm going to stay here. And that's what's put that into the head. So
that's sick.
That'll make me smile at that still.
Good.
He felt it. He felt like he was in Lewisham.
Enough.
He felt just a little bit.
But it's hard, man, because you can't create an alternative universe for them to live in. Do you know what I mean? Like, they live in the house they live in, they live in the area they live in, they go on the holidays they go on. What are you going to do? Like, dial the whole life existence down to put suffering on them so that they build resilience to perform. And you're working 80 hours a week so they don't have to do any of that. It just doesn't make sense.
Because I swear, when we was driving around Beverly Hills, I swear that there was the street across the road where parents sent their naughty kids in it.
There was I can't remember what they called it, but basically on that side it was like 2 to 10 million homes, and then on the other side it was like 5 to whatever. So they were like, apparently the people on this side, they'll be like, like, we need to teach you a lesson. So they moved to the
2 to 10 million. Oh wow.
Come on down.
Not even he is.
We won it though.
It's good problems.
My kids are good, right? But something funny, we went always gone away on holiday. Like, they've had probably 3-4 holidays a year. Been very, very lucky with the holidays. And I realised something the other day. It was quite funny. So we've gone to Barbados for Christmas, last Christmas, and normally so we've gone there. We're waiting by the carousel for the bags to come out, and I didn't realise at the time. So we're waiting. I've pulled my bag off. Everyone else pulled their bag off, and my daughter's bag is the last bag to come around, and I can see it coming. So my daughter's standing there, and she's got her shades on, and she's got like a designer scarf on it, like she's in full Kardashian. And she's waiting for the bag to come out, and so we can see it. I was like, oh, that's your bag. She's like, yeah. She's like, Dad, it's that one, it's the green one. So I'm going, all right. And it's coming. And she's like on her phone with this hand, texting, and she's doing this to me, because the bag's coming, and she's going, Dad, the bag. So the bag, so I'm like, who is she? What is she doing? Like, who is she tapping? And my head's going, I'm like, there's no way. And I'm calculating, I'm going, there's no way this young girl is tapping her father to get her bag when she's got 2 fully able hands. So now we're both standing watching the bag. And the bag, and I'm like, you better get your bag. So I'm going mad at her, like, you better go and get your bag. And I went completely like mad at her for the disrespect of how I went mental. And when we got to the villa, her mum said to me, but Dean,
when we got to the villa,
her mum's gone, you know, she's never taken her bag off. Like we've never done it in a life. Because when they were young, I used to take pride in taking their
of course.
and then we've holidayed where there's often like people that do that bit for us. So for her, she's just like, I don't know what happened to it, but whatever it is, I don't take
You was
this
the
thing.
only one around her.
I don't take this thing. Right. And in this scenario, it's me. But all she's clear on is,
I'm not picking
it's not me.
It's not my job.
I don't know who does this, but it isn't me. Because I'm 16, I've been on 3 holidays a year, so it's like close to 50 holidays, and I've never done this. So you're just going to have to...
Someone has to figure it out. It's not me.
That is so funny.
That is hilarious.
The way she was like tapping me in my chest, like, big man.
You feel like you're being sent shot.
Yeah. I was like, no, I was just being filled with rage.
That's so funny.
Do you know what, yeah? Almost forgot, Dean. We like to do something on this show called Judge a Book by its Cover.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's time to judge you. I'm going to hand around some whiteboards.
Thank you, sir.
And some pens. So I'm going to ask you, I got a pen already, Tim, cool. I'm going to ask you to write down, okay, so how it goes is you're going to write down 5 things about yourself and they have to judge you by your cover and guess what those 5 things will be. I'm going to ask you to write 5 things you hate to spend your money on.
I hate to spend money on.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, I'm going to give you about a minute. Ignore everything I say from now on. I'm just going to talk direct to camera and the audience. Cool. What's happening, guys? I know you've been enjoying the show because we almost forgot to judge a book by its cover. Remember, if this is your first time here, click subscribe at bare minimum. If you've been here a few times, you know what to do and click like. We're en route to 150,000 subscribers. Let's get there ASAP. As you know, we're giving away a trip to Brazil, so get your tickets for that raffle. The link is in the description. Shout out to the members that made it to Manchester. We are having a great time with Burna Boy this evening. What else is there to tell you guys about? I'll do comments in that next week because thinking of 5 things you hate to spend money on is pretty quick. I heard a full stop just now. That means full stop. There was one other. Shout out to the audio listeners, Spotify and Apple Podcast and wherever you get your audio. If it comes back to me at some point, I'll remind you guys of what I need to tell you. How you guys doing?
Horribly.
I'm
Horribly.
I got 4.
Really?
Yeah, I'm done. I know Dean better than he knows himself.
I got 4.
Okay,
this
one
might fall
more.
into another.
Make sure you tune into the live streams as well. There'll be 2 live streams this week, Wednesday and Friday, I believe. But you know, you'll see the notifications go up. How you doing, Dennis? Struggling?
I'm struggling. I'm trying to think of what I even hate spending money on.
Oh, they got to guess what I don't like to spend
Yeah,
money on.
yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you guys got no chance.
Okay.
I saw the first one, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you might get that one.
Okay.
I'm going to guess 2 more.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Let me get that one out of it, actually. I got...
Yeah.
How many more you need?
1 more.
Okay.
And...
Yeah? How you feeling? Confident?
Yeah, okay, cool.
Okay. Yeah, everyone's all good? Yeah, how you feeling? Confident?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Tem, you feel good? No?
I know the one thing.
Yeah?
I know I've got
Guaranteed
I've got one
Guaranteed.
joint.
Guaranteed banger.
Guaranteed banger.
All right. Let's see if you can judge Dean by his cover.
Okay.
All right, Dean, what do you have at number 1?
Haircuts.
Oh, come on.
You know what's so funny?
Oh.
I was going to put that on a banter thing.
Damn.
I was actually going to put that on a banter thing.
How much do you have to spend on a haircut?
If there's something important coming up or something on TV, I'll go and pay for a haircut. And I'm always like, I could have done this myself.
Yeah.
Even though I could. Like, what is there really to do?
But are you particular about your beard, though?
Not really. Just like a nice little shape up. But
Oh,
he's got to come to the house and then he's,
Oh, yeah.
he's checking my follow account. He's like, now it's this. I'm like, bro, you're here for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
You're not a plastic surgeon. But Creon's a good guy. Respect Creon. He always looks after me.
You know what? You guys had nothing close to haircuts.
No.
Huh? Say no more. Dean, at number 2.
Utilities.
Bills.
Yeah, like
Okay.
gas, electric. What's happening here? Like electric gets produced because they turn momentum from other things into electricity. And now I have to pay for it. Or like gas. It's in the ground.
Yeah.
Maintenance money. Nothing close, Tem?
No.
No, okay. You misjudging Dean. Dean, number 3.
I'm like stingy. Advice or lawyers. Because I always get to the end of those conference calls, which are very expensive.
Yeah.
95% of them, and I'm like,
I could have done that. I knew.
I knew this, and or I'm about to ignore everything you just said.
Yeah.
Do exactly what I was going to do before this £15,000 call took place. So I always resent it.
Nothing close?
I put staffing costs because I was thinking there's things in your life that you probably have to staff that you're thinking this is jarring that I have to pay for this. So that's kind of close.
That's kind of.
Yeah.
Number 4 is crazy. You want to tell him?
Ice.
Ice.
Like ice.
Actual ice.
Like bags of ice.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, I don't know you at all.
Like ice and bottled water.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I hear you. I hear you on
water.
water still. I hear you.
Yeah.
That's right.
No, man. No.
I hear you.
But I resent the genius that thought it up.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, you know what we can do? Let's put water in bottles and sell it to people. And then someone else would have gone, what, the thing that comes out of the tap that everybody has for free? And they went, yeah, people will buy it. And now look, it's $1 billion industry. No, it's a liberty.
So if you want water out your tap, water 2.
Yeah, water too.
Link in the description.
Yeah, link in the description.
No more. Number 5, please.
It's kind of close, like social media management.
Oh.
We got a great, our social media manager is amazing. Ali does a great job.
But I'll sack him tomorrow.
The conversation is always, can you send me pictures? And I'm like, what, the ones we took? And what are you going to do? Write a caption? So I had take pictures, send them to you, then you write a caption and post it. For $4.5 grand a month. Nah, come on, man. How is this an industry?
If you're paying him 4.5, we might have to talk still.
He's getting paid. He's very good. He's very good. All of our platforms have grown. They've all grown.
Next week there ain't gonna be a post on the Instagram.
You can put his job right up.
Say no more. How did you guys judge Dean?
Horribly.
Tem, you go first.
You had no idea I was as stingy as I am.
No, I had a feeling.
Oh, right.
I had a feeling.
He knew I was stingy.
Because you know how they say that's how the rich stay rich. You know what I'm saying? But I thought it was going to be a bit more like particular. So I said insurance. But I wanted to kind of be like, like car insurance, all those kind of things. That's like, that's annoying. Like,
that's a good one.
I've got life insurance. Why do I need car insurance as well?
A good
Do you know what I mean?
I do hate car insurance.
You want to go with yours or?
I put drinks. Like, I've got a random list right here, yeah. I put drinks like beers and stuff like that. I don't know why. I just put it down. Clothes. I was thinking that's annoying to pay for.
I think he likes clothes.
I like clothes.
There you go.
He likes some clothes.
And then I put taxes.
I put taxes too.
That's the one that I thought 100%.
I thought tax is going to be there.
If I get on here with you,
Yeah, you're right.
Say I don't like taxes.
Yeah, you're right.
Then I've got HMRC in my house.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, Mr. Forbes. I hear you. I put car servicing.
That's a good one.
Because I know that's annoying. That's annoying for anyone at any stage. Like, I put private jets. I just wanted to, I don't know.
That's annoying. I
put designer bags. I thought, it might be a bit annoying when you have to do all of that. I mean, you want to treat your missus, but, she might be running it up. It's annoying things.
Yeah. Charge it to the game, man.
Charge it to the game. Yeah, that
was a good list, to be fair.
Yeah, that was a good list. I like your list.
Yeah.
I like your list. I'm going to tell my wife I'm annoyed about buying ice as well. Honestly. The intro for sure. Nutty's Baby Shop, my name is Temi Alchemy.
Yeah, I'm Fred Santana.
And we got a shoot in the house.
Come on.
Shooting in all black.
Ricos.
Liverpool and all that.
Come on, man.
We're going to have to give up at some point, Liverpool.
I'm happy.
Yeah. They go overseas, some God in there, whatever God. It's my nigga VP in the cut. That's a scary sight.
Yo.
And we got an amazing man here today. Businessman, CEO, philanthropist. I like that word. Sorry, I really like that word. I always want to be that. Family man, husband, many different hats, which I definitely want to make sure that we tackle today. And also someone that gave us our award on stage as well, which is probably his most proud moment in life. This completed it.
It's up there.
Achievement, man. It's up there.
We've got Dean Forbes. Thank you for coming through, brother.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
With the mobile, do they contact you, say, we want you to present an award? Do you choose your category or like?
You do get into a bit of conversation with them about which category.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. You picked that one?
Yeah.
Nice. Best one. Best one. I want to know about music-wise. What did you grow up listening to? Like, what was playing in your, first of all, what was your mum playing? And then what was you playing?
I love music.
Yeah, everyone does, man. But I don't feel like no one discusses it enough. And also, and it's not to put it on anybody that's interviewed, but I want to try and get to know Dean. Because a lot of time it's money.
Yeah, tell me about it, man.
And I understand. I see sometimes how in your body language you're thinking, stop asking me about the Maybachs and that. Stop asking me about that. So it'll be drizzled in there. It's like shin splits. It'll be in there. But music. What did you grow up listening to? What was mum listening to?
Reggae.
Yeah.
Reggae, man. Reggae. It was a reggae household. Freddie McGregor.
Okay.
Dennis Emmanuel Brown. When I won a powerless, it's very important to me that they played.
That's what they played.
Dennis Brown, like when it's coming out. Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, that generation, John Holt, like that generation of reggae. And I still play it now. Like if you come to my house, I'm having a dinner party tonight. Like that's what we play. That's that's my foundation, man.
That's embedded. But that's what your mum was playing or you was playing?
That's what my mum was playing. But I play that. And what's funny now is sometimes when it's playing in the house, I hear my kids singing along to it. And I realise that that's come all the way down.
That's important.
It's a beautiful thing.
That's important. I feel like I'm losing this struggle right now, and I need to regain it. Like, because I feel like my kids own the radio right now, and that is so bad.
Yeah, when you told me that you had to put on the vacuum cleaner sound,
bro,
that's sad.
So my daughter, when she was like really, how old is she? She was less than a year, of course, but like she wasn't on music at all. Like the only way to calm her down was like a vacuum noise.
Oh wow!
So we was riding around in the car, just
the vacuum noise,
blazing. Wow. It was during COVID, so there weren't much people around. But I know people thought this guy's a nutcase, bro. This is driving Dyson down the road, bro. Like,
no, I love
but
music.
I'm losing it, and I'm realizing just even as a parent, like saying no is tough. It's a necessity, but it's something that I've had to learn. I've really had to learn because I realised like if you parent the way you wish you was parented, you're gonna spoil that child. Because all I wanted to do was be spoiled when I was young. I wanted what I wanted. Yeah. But as I'm parenting, I'm like, you have it, man. I wanted you to. And I realised, wait, hold on, you don't value this at all, like at all. And like I see some things that I can imagine I'm gonna be where you're at. Like when she's looking at me like, go get the bag.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So like with let's say with the where am I gonna go?
I'll go with this. In terms of like parenting, who's the authoritarian in the relationship?
Me. You. In the house, yeah. Me. I mean, their mum's pretty straight with them. She's not a pushover, but yeah, we're very traditional.
Can you do what you want though?
In what
That's
respect?
a very good question.
In the house,
like, can you play music loud?
Yeah, but there is a code of respect in the house. So I'm up first in the house at weekends. I like to train. We've got a gym in the house. It's got a sound system in it, but I would never. And I like to train to music, but I would never put that on at like 7 or 8 in the morning. I would never just go, look, I'm dad or I'm in the house. So bang, everybody's now up. I wouldn't do that. So there's like a code of, of respect. But I do play music if I'm cooking. And that's in the afternoon, so the kids aren't gonna come in and tell me, they're trying to watch something in the living room. Can I turn the music down? That doesn't work.
What do you chef?
I'm a exceptional cook.
Really?
Exceptional.
No. I will call it on with anybody.
Really like that?
Yeah, no, I love cooking, man.
So you must like knives, then, innit?
Whoa.
Like you got the knife sharpener, apron, and that.
As a cooking utensil.
Clarify.
PTSD.
I've got relationships and aspirations.
Got them good knives. Because I want to go knife shopping. Because I said we had a young guy here the other day, just busy. He was looking at getting his first toolbox. You got a toolbox, right?
I haven't got
You ain't got a toolbox? You ain't got tools? No tools?
Man, it's not necessary, bro.
It's damn. No toolbox.
What's that? I don't understand.
Gonna ruin the manicure, bro.
Whoa.
That's what he's on.
What's the criticality of the toolbox?
What's the
A rite of passage. Being a man, gotta have a toolbox. That's what I believe.
That's what I'm saying.
You gotta get a toolbox.
I don't need a
where are you on
toolbox.
this?
I don't have a toolbox.
You got loose tools.
Yeah,
That's
like,
crazy.
Sometimes I'd buy the tool for when I need it. So I bought a hammer when I needed a hammer. When I needed a screwdriver, I bought a screwdriver. Now I keep them in a bag.
Wait, like the blue plastic one. Like, you know the one from the shop.
That's crazy. I'm saying get a toolbox. But what was it before? I lost my whole train of thought.
Just busy.
Just busy. Yeah, I wanted him to get a toolbox. Something before that. But
That's calm. That's it.
Music. You were talking music.
Yeah, music. Yeah. So yeah, what was you playing? Because I don't think you answered that. What you was playing?
He's playing the reggae.
What do I?
No, when you like back. So your mum was playing reggae, but what was you listening to?
Yeah, my mum was playing like old school reggae, like I was talking about Freddie McGregor and that generation. Then I would have been playing, you guys won't know, like Supercat, Shabba, Ninja, like
Shabba,
that generation of dancehall artists, like 2 generations before, like the Movados and that now. But I listen to all of what we might consider our music. Like I love it. Leon will tell you in the car, man, I'm always bumping, like playing music. I'm an exceptional DJ.
Yeah.
So that was
I'm not an exceptional DJ.
Sorry, yeah, the knives. Because I wanted to go knife shopping.
Right.
Oh yeah.
That's what you are.
So I was gonna like recommend me some knives.
I'll send you some recommendations.
Some good.
kitchenware.
My knives is quite blunt. Like, they don't cut chicken good. You gotta have good knives to cook good. Someone ain't.
Yeah, because growing up, I just used to think chicken is tough. Like, you know what I mean?
But a good knife.
A good knife will go straight through it. Like butter.
It's also what you cut onto. That's what some people don't realise. Like,
The chopping board?
You gotta have the right density of chopping board. If you got good knives, you gotta have the right chopping board underneath. Otherwise, you pay a lot of money for knives and
And then you're ruining it underneath. What is it better to chop on then? Like marble?
Definitely not marble. Some kinds of wood are better to chop onto. Plastic gets into your food, so wood is better.
Yeah. That's
a
what I
good
heard as
shout.
well.
There you go, guys.
My wife bought wood chopping boards for decoration.
What, you can't use them?
Kind of things she does. It's horrible. Sometimes it's mad in the kitchen. It's like, I can't use this chopping board. I don't get it. There's rules in there. I just don't enjoy it. It's like this is crazy. Can't use the chopping board. It's decoration. It's crazy stuff, man.
So talk to me about being a father now, because like we're all fathers, about to be a father as well. The kids, what age did you have the kids? First child?
I was 28.
Good age.
28.
Yeah, think that's a good age?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So that was a boy that you had? First 2 boys.
First boy. One boy, twin girls afterwards.
Oh yeah, twins.
Yeah.
How was that news?
16 months after we had the boy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was crazy. I remember when we got the news, the guy was like, "So do twins run in your family?" And me and my wife were like, "No." And I think she said, "Yeah," on my side. And he went, "Oh yeah, because they're back again now." And I was like, "Oh my God, this is amazing." And then she was almost in tears. Like, this is not because of she didn't want to have children, but just she was calculating the challenge of trying to deal with 3 kids under like 2 years old. And I was just like, whoa, we can dress them the same. That's going to be amazing.
Where in your career were you at that point?
We just sold Primavera, so we were just kind of coming into a really good financial situation.
Yeah. It's not too bad.
Yeah,
That's not too bad.
We had no mortgage. Like, we're just coming into good.
Yeah. What's the where do you is there anywhere where you feel like you failed as a parent? Like, obviously, like, children are living, we're still alive, but is there anywhere where you feel like I kind of shorted you there?
I don't know. Like, failed would be strong.
It is a strong word. Yeah, let's not use that word.
But I constantly look at the kids and myself, because for their entire life, I've worked a lot, right? And I've worked a lot because it's something that I find fulfilling. It's obviously provided a great lifestyle and environment for them to grow up in. And I really enjoyed it, and things were going really well. So I worked a lot. From time to time, I look back and think, you know, was I away too much? Did I miss out a lot? And COVID kind of really sharpened that in my mind, because prior to COVID, I was always very disciplined in saying, okay, I'm traveling Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week. So this weekend, I'm not doing any work. I'm at home. I'm heavily present for these 2 days. So I would always make sure if I was away for a period, I was present for a period.
Yeah.
And in my head, I was like, oh, you're really managing this well. During COVID, what I realized is the value in just the continuity. It's like you talk to your kid on Monday and she's like, you know, this girl at school online is annoying me. She's calling me names. And you say, well, tomorrow you're going to say this, this, and this to her. And then on Tuesday, at the end of the day, she goes, well, I said it to her, and then she said this, and oh, she did it. And you're like playing a role right the way through the issue or the topic.
Could coach her through it. Like.
Yeah, and it became a nice thing for both of us. And that let me realize, you know, when I was checking in, parenting intensely for 72 hours and then going off and doing something, let me realize that it was probably, you know, that probably was a gap that I would like to have filled. But I don't know if I regret working, because a lot of good has come from.
Just so I understand clearly, because I have a fear of being around too much, because I might try and overcompensate. Like, so are you saying you wanted to be, you now, like in hindsight, it's be around more, or you had quite the perfect balance?
Through COVID, I really enjoyed being there continuously, every day, every conversation, every variation in their life and day you're present for. I really enjoyed it. So it made me think to myself, I haven't had that. Like in the first, what would it have been, like 14 years of their lives, 13 years of their lives, I haven't had that. And I would like, emotionally, I would like to have had that. Would that have made me a better parent? Would that have made them better kids? I don't know, because it would have been a price. I would have paid a price at work for doing that, which I've had. And like you say, my constant presence might have reduced my authority. There's an element of, okay, well, when dad gets home, you know, we're going to explain this to him. And just that, the theatrics of that has been helpful in, you know, your wife calls you and goes, listen, so-and-so got in trouble at school today. This is what happened, and you start preparing the theatrics in the car. And you're not even that angry. You walk in there, slam the door, right, you get that, and you go through it all. But your absence lends itself to that a little bit.
Go back to the master bedroom. How'd I do?
Right.
Little debrief. You did a bit too much though.
But those are actual conversations that we had. So I don't know. I don't regret it, but I do look back and think, I would have, if there was a way to have had it all, including that, I would choose it.
But that's
hindsight stuff, innit?
But show me a parent. I bet none of us know of a parent who isn't sacrificing some element of that presence. Right?
Because word to Molly May, we've all got the same 24 hours. It's like, if I spend it at home with the kids, that means I can't do
something else.
Can't beat yourself up about them things there. But I've been thinking about that, like, as we're growing in the industry and stuff like that. I'm usually a home person. Like, I like to stay at home. Like yesterday when you were at the Davido, Eden and stuff like that, I was like, actually, that would have been all right. Like to be outside once in a while. But like, then I'm like, my wife and my son's just there. It's like, this is kind of cool as well. Do you know what I mean? But I know I'm definitely going to struggle with that balance when like he starts to get older and I'm like, okay, I want to spend time with you, but at the same time, this is going to be growing and...
Yeah. Do you get in trouble for being on the phone a lot? I do.
No, I don't. Like, I, when I'm home and present,
that's good.
I'm pretty present. But I might be home and working, then I'm on the phone. But if I'm not working, like at our dinner table, there's no phones at the dinner table apart from when I'm on Instagram managing our story. But apart from that, like we have moments where we just don't do any of that. And I'm very present.
Dinner table every meal, every dinner? Like if all five of you are there, it's dinner table, or
as we were growing up, if I was home, dinner table. If I was home. Now what's interesting is they're teenagers, so getting their dinner at the table is a thing that needs to be scheduled. Like it needs to be choreographed. They've got friends in their own social circle. So our rule is we have lunch and dinner at the table on Saturday. It's optional, so they know, everyone in the house knows that lunch is going on the table at 12, dinner's going on the table at 5:30. That's optional. Sundays is not optional. Everybody has to be present for dinner on Sundays. No phones, no devices. And
This is good
I'm
game.
telling you, this is good game, bro. Because like we tend to sit in front of the TV when we're eating, and then there's been times where I've said to him, you know, let's just go to this dining table that you actually spent a lot of money on, that I was annoyed at. Let's use it, right? And like I remember just sitting across from him, and we were just talking. And I was like, this is pretty cool.
Nice.
This is pretty cool.
Yeah.
You got a dining table that extends, right?
It extends. We made sure to
same,
get that so we could host
What have you got?
Christmas.
Just all-time 12-seater?
We got two different ones. We got a 8 and a 14 seat. But you know the greatest moment where that dining situation is concerned. My daughter was having some issue at school, and I came home and she explained this issue to me. And when she finished explaining the issue, she said, "Can we talk about it at dinner on Sunday, please?" And when she said that, I was like amazing.
Oh, wow.
Now this is an institution that's recognised.
Oh, that's cold.
I want to bring this to the table.
That's cold.
Yeah.
First of all, your daughter wants to talk to you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
Like that's key. You might not even notice, but a lot of people are like, I can't get through.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So the fact that your daughter wants to even like have a conversation with you, you're doing something very right.
We're very
Not that you have to blow up their whole set, yeah, but do you remember their first lie?
When you knew.
Yeah, but they've got such different personalities. Like my son is such a by the rules, by the book kind of kid. He was terrible at lying. Then my middle child is a bandit. Like the older twin, she's just a bandit. So she's weaving stories. You're trying to catch up. Like she's always been. So yeah, and the younger one lives in fear of most things. So she like, it's interesting watching their personality. But yeah, I can remember their first lie and their first time in trouble at school. Yeah.
Looking forward to that first lie still.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, I want to see how good it is.
That's what they come with. Do they respect you enough?
Yeah.
To develop
At
it
least let it be
sufficiently?
good.
Yeah, how good is this lie? Like, it's lie.
Yeah, go on. Go on. What do you got?
I had an interesting moment the other day with my daughter. She went to her grandma's house, and my nephews and that were there as well. And obviously nephews are a bit older, like 7, 8. So she's come back, and I can tell she was scared as hell. But she's trying to do this kid thing where she's just telling the story. She's talking about, we was watching Venom and Spider-Man. She kept talking about Venom, so I know in her she was scared. She kept talking about it, and then she said, Venom said, somebody said the F word, and in my head I wanted to be like, does she know what the F word is? But then I don't want to ask her to say it.
Yeah.
So I was like, I have to be silent, but I want to know if she knows what the F word. I wanted to know so bad. What is the F word? Like, is she gonna say freedom or something? But do you have those moments where, like, you know, the kids just brought something mad back from home or outside, and you're like, we did not teach you that?
When they were younger, yeah, of course. But it was mostly from family. In fact, it was mostly like from my mum. Like they'd go to my mum's house, and when my mum's angry about something, like all of the decorum just goes out the window. Like she starts to use all of the profanities. So the way they learned like Jamaican cuss words and some of the most heinous slurs on people was like from my mum. Like they come back and Grandma was really angry with so-and-so. And then you're like, what did she say? And their eyes light up, especially the middle one. Her eyes light up. She's like, I've got parents. Well,
I couldn't wait to say this.
And you're like, all right, okay.
Oh my God! Yeah, I've been wanting to say this.
Oh, the slurs are mental.
No,
She starts talking about other women and like really get into it. You're like, wow.
Is there any like band TV in your house?
Band?
Yeah. Nah, we don't watch that around here.
Nah, to be honest, no, not really. I think we've managed our kids through structure sounds strong, but like, you know, they came home, they did their homework. Just do your homework, then the TV is yours. You know, do your homework. TV is yours. Bedtime has been religious when they were younger. So there was always structures, and one of the benefit of the structures was everybody kind of knew where they were. The other thing that used to happen with the structures that I liked is they would negotiate against the structure, right? So if they wanted to stay up late, they knew it was you have to come and have the conversation. And mum would say, go talk to dad, and then they'd come and talk to me about it. And we would always try to be a bit lenient with the structure, right? So it's not always like there's no conversation here to be had.
If
There was a good reason, if something important was happening, then we would let it happen. So I don't know, man. That has created a good, like you said, a good foundation of conversation. Like they'll come and say, but this isn't fair. Why does Dean get to do that and I don't get to do it? Or I think it should be like this. And we have exchanges on those things. I think that's the best thing in regards to how we interact with the kids, actually.
Do your kids call you by your first name?
No.
Oh,
my son's name. My son's name's Dean.
Oh, right. Okay, Junior. Okay, cool.
You're like, this invalidates.
This is sounding too free over there.
Send your money back. I don't want it. I don't want it.
My son's name's Dean.
You got the Junior off. I like that.
Yeah.
So, well
I
done.
couldn't get it off, man. I was trying to get a DJ. Like, my name's Dennis, so I was trying to do... Yeah, the DJ.
Yeah, we got a DJ.
Not having it, but... But how long you been with your wife? It's been a...
We've been together 27 years.
Wow.
And we've been married 20 years next Wednesday.
Wow.
Oh,
okay,
massive
nice.
congrats,
Congratulations, man.
Come on.
With that, I've heard you talk about like how the difficulties you've had was mainly like how you lot are growing. How, like, what was it that you was doing that she was doing that kind of wasn't aligned? Because I've been in the situation where I've actually not made it with that person because we were together at what, like 16? And then by the time we were 21, it was kind of like, we're kind of different people. Was there ever a point where you were different people?
Yeah, because the first part of our relationship was very social. So we were going out together a lot. We were going to clubs. We were going to events. We were traveling. So very, very social, which was, beautiful. Then we got married. We had kids, and at the moment we had kids, I was doing the most global job I've ever had. So that's the job where we had the most offices in the most countries like China, Tokyo, Australia, California. So my time away was it was longer blocks of time away in a massive company at that time. And it was like my first really big job. So I didn't want to miss big meetings and I didn't want to miss the dinners after work. And when the big boss was in town, I wanted to be seen in the office, right? So I wasn't rubbing any edges off of the career. So that was kind of taking me out of this home situation for long periods of time. And my rate of exposure was probably the fastest ever in my career. It's like when I came across millionaires for the first time, when I came across, very successful corporate people buying companies, like that's where all of that was happening. That's at the same time as she was just becoming a mum. So her rate of acceleration is slower in that regard, and it's in a completely different way. So I've been away for 3 weeks. I'm tired. I come home and I'm like, right, I just want to get back, to my family and to my wife and check back in. And she wants to explain that, this kid normally vomits twice a day, but she's managed to get it down to one a day. And the way she's managed to do that is she's using this now instead of this. And my brain is thinking about the company we were just trying to buy, or the person we were just I'm like, okay, I get, like, this is important, but it felt like at a different altitude, and it was kind of in that time period we were probably most
that must be crazy.
most
That's
divergent. It was hard. Like, it was hard.
How did you get through it?
Weirdly, one of the most helpful things was our daughter getting sick.
Okay.
Because the bandit twin got leukemia at 2.
Right.
So, very difficult situation, life-threatening disease, very tough journey dealing with her. But when that came in, we both just kind of went, okay, jump onto this.
Just that, honed in.
And in that moment, I saw the character of the person I married because, like I'm watching my wife like care for the child. I'm watching her deal with all of the other things around the household and the family. I'm watching that she's not missing a beat on all of these things. Like she's just on top of it all. And it made me just block out all of the other noise and just be like, you married one of the greatest humans on earth. So everything else is noise. Like everything else is just noise. The quality and character of this person is so immense. We'll just deal with anything else. Like now that was So it's strange. Like such a tragedy. Was quite pivotal in our relationship.
The trauma does bond, to be fair. So but that's a good segue into you raised the money for ACLT.
Yeah, I saw you guys did something with them.
Blood drive with them as well. So was that something that was a driving factor behind it, or why was it that you wanted to work with them in particular?
Do you know what happened? So Darcy was ill and she was in hospital, and when she was ill, we took her out of the NHS to a private hospital because we were like, let's get her the best. And when we were in the private hospital, we realised it's the same people that work for the NHS. So we went back to the normal hospital because I'm stingy. So we went back to the normal hospital, and you're in a ward with like maybe 5 other kids, right? And you're in the hospital for a year pretty much. So we're seeing all these other families come in, and parents are coming in with, single parents are coming in with 2 other children apart from the one that's sick. And they're wrestling with this whole situation of feeding the sick kid, dealing the homework of the 2 other kids, washing the clothes in the laundry room in the hospital.
Wow.
Just absolute struggle. We're lucky. We've got parents, family, nanny, 2 of us, like we've got a rhythm that's helping us get through it. And all these other people don't have that. And then we're seeing Bev and Orin come into the hospital and sit with the sick kid so that the mum can take the 2 other kids and just let them have a night at home. Or sit with a parent and explain to them what is going to happen next and why it's going to go that way. And we're going, if most other people are not in our situation, if they find themselves in this room here, what these people at ACLT are doing is life preserving, not just even the blood drives, just the help and support. So he said for 2 people as fortunate as we were to come through that pretty much unscathed, like we got to do something to help that. So that it was kind of born more out of seeing the hardship for other families and knowing that this was a way that that hardship could be addressed. So we decided we wanted to support it.
Yeah, that's big, man.
Shout out to ACLT.
Yeah, massive.
Huge. Such a story that has turned into something which is like saving lives. Do you know what I mean? I always think like people that can give their lives to others, like, I don't even know how to describe it, but if you can actually make your life just about helping others, I'm like, I don't know how you. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes I struggle to help myself. Do you know what I mean? And it's like to just give your whole life, that is crazy. Do you think at some point you would, like, let's say you sail off into the sunset, as in like, all right, I've done everything, I'm done working.
4 billion done.
Yeah, the 4 billion's done, right?
That's gonna happen anyway.
Yeah, that's done.
What
It's
we're
written.
talking about
It's written already, right? 4 billion's done, and then you just decide, yeah, I'm finished with everything. You know, is like, what do you think is gonna keep you busy and keep you interested, like alive? Because I can't imagine you stopping, in my opinion. But
Why? Why do you think so?
I just feel like if you've been running for so long, what happened?
Nothing. Nothing.
Okay, cool. Anyway, yeah. So I can't imagine you stopping, but I think it's because this is you. Does that make sense?
Kind of. Yeah.
So if you was to finish up, what do you think you would do?
Nothing.
At all?
Yeah.
Have you thought about it?
Yeah. I mean, like I've been working hard for a long time. My days are very long. They're very intense. I enjoy my work. What's hard about my work is time stops becoming your own a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Like I was talking to somebody today about the fact we needed to meet up to do something, and then he came back to me a few hours later. He's like, "Yeah, I'm getting dates in August and July." And that's how far out, like,
You're busy.
every day of my life is planned. And you know, Liam will tell you my days are intense from normally 7 in the morning, maybe till 10 at night, most days.
Yeah.
So the thing I value most is when there's long periods of doing nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
Just having nothing to do. Just wake up in the morning and go, I might go gym now, you know? It's a beautiful feeling. And I think I'll be very good at doing.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah.
I see, like, for myself, I see like like 2 months, 3 months. I could sit down and do nothing. I think after that, I'll probably be like, I need to do something.
I think
it won't be like, oh, I need to go make money. It's just a sense of like, I need to do something I'm excited about.
Okay. Yeah.
Because nothing doesn't excite me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like at least a project, do you know what I mean? Like just something that I can be like, oh, I'm giving myself to this, whether it be charity, whether it be, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't, maybe nothing's too extreme. I'm not I won't be chasing anything. Like there'll be things that I find interesting or I'm curious about that I might want to be a part of. Yeah. But I don't want a life where I have to be in the car at 6:30 in the morning. And, you know, my days are, I have to be in the car at a certain time because there's a little black spot by my house where there's no cell coverage. And that means I can't do Teams or Zooms, or my Teams or Zoom will drop for that like 6 minute break. So I have to be in the car to get the other side of that early enough to get on TV. Like that's how intricately, like I had a call the other day planned for when my train got into Victoria. It was a call plan for the time between getting into Victoria and getting to the underground thing. It was like an 8-minute call, and they were like, yeah, you can take it between getting off of the train.
Oh, no, leave me out.
But that will breed success. But yeah, I'm looking forward to.
It's intricate, though, isn't it? And like you got a team that helps orchestrate that.
Yeah.
How big is the team?
What, the company or my personal team?
Both.
So Portero's getting on for 3,000 people now. Corton Capital's probably 40 people. FFG is 8 people, and then just working for me and Danielle is 8 people. So just like looking after the family is 8
How do you run that as well? Like the different teams, because does it take different attitudes?
Yeah,
the
very
different.
much so.
Yeah, how do you run that?
Very, very much so. So I'm the CEO of Fortero, so I've got a management team for that. I think that the harder part to manage is the family, people who look after the family, because those jobs, to do them well, you have to be super intimate with us, right? So like, I don't know, to the person who looks after our house, like she's in the house, she lives in the house, right? So she's in the house. So it's difficult to maintain a degree of professional balance with somebody who, you know, clears your table or does your washing for you or sees you when you come home, you know, frustrated. Like Liam's in the car with me every day. He hears every communication, he hears every conversation. Probably knows more about.
You're moving mad.
Yeah, he has actually.
Or do you like, because like, you know, you see in films where like someone, it might be like a new job or whatever, and then they're having like some mad intense call and they're like, what do you think? Should I do the deal? And then he's like, nah, don't do it. It's not good. Do you know what I mean?
A little bit, but we had an episode the other day where I had a horrible day, like a really bad long day, and I got out of the car to get some food. No, we were stopping for me to get some food, and I got out of the car, but the car behind's beeping, and he's right to beep because we're not pulled over, like we're on the junction. So we got out of the car, the guy's beeping. I'm like, all right, relax. And I went to close the door, and as I went to close the door, he's beeping the horn again. And I've had a bad day, so I've left the door open. So I'm thinking, are you like, what's the matter with you? Like, chill out. But now he's leaning out of the window. So I'm like, nah, it's a bad day. You know, the old me's coming out. And as the old me started to come out, the thing that was in front of me was Liam. I was like, right, how's Liam in front of me? Because he was driving. And Liam was like, he's like, let's get back in the car.
You're going to be in the sun, bro.
I was like, yeah, you're right. Thank you for this.
I had to hold him back.
Because I'm like, and then I'm saying to myself, what stupidness are you doing over like curry chicken from Cool Breeze? It doesn't make any sense, man.
Sometimes I want to circle back just to
remember that. He saved my life. Like,
yesterday.
It happens to us all the time. I'm kidding.
I want to circle back to, you said 27 years of marriage.
No,
20 years.
20 years of marriage.
20 years of marriage. Okay, 20 years of marriage, and the anniversary is on it. Wednesday coming up.
Wednesday, yeah.
I want to let's go back to the beginning and then soon back to the current day. So, how did you propose?
Oh wow, I had to propose twice. I proposed 3 times to the same woman. First time I proposed, we got together on the 8th of November '98, and our turning point date was New Year's Eve of that year, where we were like, okay, this is the real thing. And we went to a Chinese restaurant in Holborn. So when I proposed, we went back there, classic kind of over dinner proposal. We're gonna have dessert. Guy brings the ring as the dessert. She starts swelling up.
You watched
novice. Absolute novice.
Yeah.
In your head, that was amazing.
In my head, I'll kill the game.
That's TV stuff, though.
100% on like sentimental,
I'll
but
kill the
like
game.
quality.
What is it? A proposal starter pack?
Yeah. Nailed it.
Somewhere we've been before. Like,
That was the first time.
Did it.
And then
So what happened? She said no.
No, she said yes.
Okay.
Like, she said yes. And then we were planning the wedding. And I had this crisis of conscience. Because when we met, like I was homeless, so I lived with her. We'd lived together pretty much in her place the whole time.
Yeah.
Then I got my own place. And shortly after that, I proposed. And then I had this madness in my mind of like, maybe I'm doing this too early. Like, I'm just getting on. I've got my own place now. I've never really had a bachelor life. Like, maybe I need that. So I went back to her and I was like, I don't think we want to do this. Yeah. So we broke up. Like, she took it very badly, of course. And so we broke up. And then, you know, I realized the stupidity of my move. And I had to propose again. And she told me, because when I proposed in the restaurant, I didn't get down on one knee. So when I came back the second time, she's like, if you're planning to do this, you are going to do the whole one knee thing.
Through the tears, that's what she remembers though.
He thought he was slick.
And
The way to bring it over, he was like, yes, yeah. He didn't even get
And then she designed her own ring the second time around. The second time around, she was like, yeah, all right, cool. If I had to go through that,
Good on her.
So,
But then there was a third time?
yeah, we got we renewed our vows.
Okay.
Because we wanted to do that so the kids could be there. So we had a pretty elaborate thing. Like, we hired an island, and the kids were my best man, and they were maid of honor, and we just the five of us plus the wedding, like the preacher. That was
That's
unbelievable.
cool. How long into 10 or?
I think it might have been 10.
Yeah, that's always the plan, because I already know she's already planning the 10.
Already.
Get an island. Make sure you get an island. These boys are killing it now.
I've been wanting that island. People send me. Send me islands every week to buy. Like, they just sent me one. Yeah, like, I'll show you the island they sent me.
They still sending you islands?
They send me islands every
People
week.
send
like,
it to me saying, send this to Fred. He hasn't seen it yet.
we should get this one.
need to.
Oh, yeah, this joint. He sent me this joint.
How much is it?
It's like 400k.
Is it?
Where is it? Yeah, they're actually like.
Don't show Dean, you'll buy it.
Where is it?
Northern Ireland. I'll put in my 5 bags. Buy it.
I'll put in my 5, yeah.
Just give me a little corner over there.
Yeah, but that's like, I'm talking about in the Caribbean, man.
I was going to say, I don't want the
Island, Northern Ireland.
That is not the island.
In the Caribbean, you get them.
It's
for,
a
like,
starter pack,
not
though.
that far.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've been telling people, like, look, there's like 40,000 people that will watch an episode a week. Everyone puts in a couple bags.
Island
Timeshares.
I want it to get away from people. See, if that COVID thing happens again, that's where I'll be, like, on the island.
Yeah.
And I won't be paying for ice or water. Like,
You know, like that. Let's get this island, man. We can live different. But so then I was gonna so we forward to 20 years of marriage. Is there like a period you'd want to slow down of the marriage? Not necessarily like the kids, like we kind of spoke about you wanting to be around for the kids more, have like a better balance, but like of the marriage, like there was a point where you was doing business and she was, you know, getting the vomits down from 2 to 1. Is there a period of marriage that you'd want to slow down and be able to have enjoyed that bit a bit more?
I look back now and the kids are 17 and 18 and you're saying, let's have dinner together on Friday, and they say, well, I'm out here, I'm doing this. So I think like kids 6 to 10 is a glorious age, and us as a family at that age was pretty special as well. Because we were holidaying, like I'd bring everything back to holidays, but we would travel a lot with the kids, and they were old enough to be left in the pool, and we could have dinners and we could date a little bit. Man. So that was a nice.
Yeah, you giving us things to look forward to.
Oh, honestly, bro.
How old are your kids?
He's 5 months.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Mine's 0 months. Mine comes next month.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I got 2, 5 and 2.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm experiencing my first half term. Like 2 weeks. It's intense. It's intense. It's intense. They get bored quick.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I've had my nephews over. I swear my sister's like superhuman. Like, but I've been known this from when we were kids. But like now, like she's got 4 boys, and I think the youngest, he's in year 5, and the oldest is doing GCSEs right now. They are big youths, bro. Like, the food in the house.
Oh,
Consumption.
The consumption.
Crazy.
You got a boy or a girl?
I got a boy.
Yeah, the boy consumption thing.
It's crazy. I see it right now. My boy
nonsense.
don't stop eating.
Yeah,
But they
doesn't
don't
stop.
they don't even want proper food though. That's what's jarring. Like my mum even, because obviously they were at my mum's before. Half term, obviously everybody has to share the load now. Innit?
Yeah. Everybody. Grandma, when you free? When you free?
So they were at my mum's. So my mum's made jollof, like spaghetti, First night they came, they ate the spaghetti. Forgot they had mince, so they ate the spaghetti.
No mince.
So I'm all there like, right, like I can't believe my mum gave you lot dry spaghetti. Man. Cool with it, like you lot, because like my man's having hot sauce with it. The other one's got like chicken. I was like, right, like mum's changed. Like she would never do this to me.
Yeah, but I was like, you're right. You're okay.
And I ain't checked off it. Obviously, my wife's come down now and was like, why is nobody eating mince? I was like, what, this mince?
So you eating the dry
I didn't eat
with
it.
them?
I already had leftover roast, didn't it? Because they came on Monday. My wife had make roast on Sunday, so I was having the leftover, innit? Yeah, so I was like,
let me get a fresh cup.
yeah.
You guys want some?
Yeah. So obviously I'm there thinking, wow, like there's bare food now, so they're sorted. But then they're like, I want the nuggets or the chicken bites from Iceland. I want this. So I told you I went to Lidl with them.
Yeah.
Luckily we had got good news that day.
Yeah, we just had good news.
We had great
The Billy
news.
deal went through.
It was great news that day. So I was like,
Billy to us, isn't he?
Yeah. Honestly, it felt
like
like it. I texted them. I said, I feel secure right now.
I said I can breathe.
Oh my God. Because as I was going to Lidl is when the message came through. But I'm already thinking, raw, man, when I said, okay, cool, cool. I'm doing the math, so I was like, all right, cool, let me not go wild and little. Grab a couple things. We're
Couple gold bars.
I said, raw.
Family packs all round.
Yeah. Bro, I told him, get what you like. It's little. He couldn't go that.
Everyone take an outie.
Yeah.
I see you
Go
too.
crazy.
Yeah.
Pink Panthers and that.
Penguins.
Penguins
galore.
So they were humble with it as well. That's what I'm saying.
Go back and get the walkers.
Yeah. Defo. Get the walkers. But yeah, I appreciated how humble they were as well. Like they didn't go mad, and like it made me realize, well, my sister's raised good kids,
Four boys as well. That's a big deal, man.
Tough. That's a lot of testosterone in the house, man.
I wanna.
That's a lot.
We'll talk tech soon because I don't want to. We'll talk tech soon. I want to talk running for mayor. Because I want to as well, so like
This might be your arch nemesis.
running, you know.
Running, mate.
So what's the why? In fact,
No, that's not a confirmed thing. That's not that's not 100% thing. Like that's a conversation that keeps
coming up,
keeps popping up. Because look, man, one of the things I'm like very proud of is finding myself in a position where I can talk to both audiences. Do you know what I mean? Like I feel so welcome that I can come have this conversation with you guys, and you see me as somebody like relevant, you know, in the space that you're in to your audience, and at the same time, you know, tomorrow go be in a boardroom someplace with a set of people who, you know, don't have this cultural connection that we have. So I'm being able to talk and be heard on both sides, and other people, you know, political parties have said that is a quality that has stopped certain candidates.
That's very true.
Candidates before. Then you add in, I care about the city, I care about the social advancement of people in London, and I'd like to be helpful to that. I don't know if the office of the mayor is the right place.
Yeah, that's scary, man. That's
to
scary,
do that.
man.
So we'll see. Yeah, I don't like the thought of politics. I don't like the scrutiny of it, and I don't like the bureaucracy of it. But in the conversations I've had, people have tried to explain that there are ways to do it that are less bureaucratic. So we'll see.
yeah,
We'll see what happens.
I'll join the team or at least vote.
Will you
No,
vote?
Would I vote?
Yeah, would you vote
Yeah,
for me?
I'll vote.
Yeah.
If I'm not running,
I
I'll
don't know
vote.
what you're. No, I need to know what you're running on
He
first.
said if I'm not running, I won't be.
Yeah. No, but I'm not just gonna vote for you
just
because
not
you're
blindly
deep.
Yeah. Man's gonna at least read what's his manifesto. Man. What's he saying? What's he gonna do?
You know why?
I'm not gonna lie. Just say no, you les. I say I can't. No congestion, calm. Put him in. Put my guy
You can
in.
win my vote easy.
It's easy.
But I've at least got to explain myself.
Yeah, a little bit.
No, just those two lines. No, you les, no congestion. I'm telling you, you'll free our people, bro. You'll free them up.
We'll cross the sea still. We'll cross it,
Forms, bro.
cross it.
Yeah.
You're an important, like, you're an important figure. And why it's good that your hair is like, you can show, we got a young audience of
Yeah.
black men and black women.
Yep.
But the black men do look up to it. Like, a lot of them will say, you know, guys are like, oh, the brothers, you helped us get through this.
Yeah.
But you're the step ahead, not 110, that you can show them that you can achieve this by not doing some of the things some of the other channels glorify.
Yeah.
Like sometimes that gets pushed way too much by the blogs, and then there's these better stories that need the light shone on them, and sometimes it's just in the wrong place that they don't like to look. You know.
It's nice you say that. Thank you.
No, you're doing
Thank
a good
you.
job.
Thank
Like
you.
you're a visible person. You're a visible positive example.
Thank you.
Because we've said before, like maybe doctors need to get bust downs. Because maybe we need those positive examples to show, hey, I can get these things, or I can be of this life, but I can live this life, which is completely legal, blah, blah, blah. And you're not even completely flashy, but you show that you've got standards. Do you know what I mean?
Someone called me flashy the other day.
They called you flashy.
Am I flashy? Like that really upset me.
I don't think
I mean,
so.
the car downstairs is that. But I wouldn't. But you know what? I think
The watch is
flashy.
good
The
as
watch
well.
is good as well. But I would say
Very good, in fact.
very good.
No,
Very
but
good.
it's not, I wouldn't say that's flashy though.
That's
flashy,
if you don't know.
That's what I'm saying. But
If you
for a
don't
lot
know.
of people,
Yeah.
that's just watch.
Yeah.
Do you know
But
what I mean?
it's like
If you
what
bust
Jay-Z
downs
said. I
is
don't buy the
flashy.
bright watch. I bought the right watch. It's like I know what he's on.
So if you know, isn't flashy to me.
Yeah. But
It's-
these days,
it's-
the internet will make you know.
Okay.
Like this man isn't exactly wearing a Casio, is he? You know what I'm saying? But I think flashy is more of a it's a behavior, in my opinion. When it comes to someone like you that actually has money, I think you could be doing crazy things, but you're actually very silent. Like for example, me on that private beach. They would have seen. They would have seen. When I booked it, I would have sent the booking confirmation and put it there. And guess where this is? And the next one we'd be. I would have vlogged it. I would have vlogged the whole thing. You know what I mean? So when you say these things and you say, "Oh, you didn't actually show it," these are things that's just for your family. Like you're not a flashy person. You've got nice things and you live a certain life, but this is just a byproduct of you living your life. Do you know what I mean? So I don't think you're flashy,
appreciate
or you
you
don't
guys
carry
saying
yourself as
I
flashy.
appreciate you guys saying that. And I think that this platform is super important for the reason you described, man. Like people have to see like man them enjoying themselves, laughing,
Yeah,
talking
man.
the way we talk,
Shoes
living the way
off
we
as
talk,
well.
shoes off.
Come
That's another
on.
story. I'm gonna tell that story about
Yeah,
how you lot
yeah.
harassing me in a minute about the rug. But no, man, and that's where I guess my existence came from. Hearing so many people go, yeah, but there aren't any positive black male role models, and I was always like, what are you talking about? Like, you cannot
Very
tell
true.
me that. You're not telling. Yeah, but there's nobody doing. Even people say to me today, oh, there's no one doing what you're doing. I'm like, no, there are. There's lots. Like, I'm not the only black guy in tech doing well who's been around big exits or made money. There's lots.
Yeah,
there's
true.
lots, and I can list them for you. It's about what you said.
like
It's the
that,
way
actually.
it's the way people. It's where people look.
Yeah.
Like it's where you look. If you look in my phone book, if you look in my recent calls, if you look in my WhatsApp groups, you're gonna see black entrepreneurs, black fathers, black husbands, black millionaires, black successful people, black charity leaders, black community leaders. And I was in a conversation yesterday about knife crime, funnily enough, and how the media has positioned that as a black thing. And I was explaining to the person, I do not know anybody who has committed a crime with a knife. And I don't know anybody who has been a victim of knife crime. I'm not saying that doesn't exist. Of course it exists. I'm not saying people's lives haven't been harmed and changed by that. Of course it has.
Yeah.
But if it was a black thing, then I
everybody
would
experience it,
know somebody or see somebody, or it would be, and God forbid it doesn't become a thing into my life soon. But therefore it's not, and you can't make it a black thing because I'm black and it's not in my life. It's not in my life. So when people say there are no positive black role models, I love platforms like this, and it's why I do a lot of what I do visibly, just so it's just one place you can look and see.
Yeah.
And we just, and like you said, we're just living actually. We're not staging anything or having something so that people, this is just...
Yeah, no, we need that.
Lenny Henry had one of the coldest acceptance speeches ever, and I tried to copy it, but I felt like they was going to play the music on me at the mobile. So
I wanted them to play the music, bro. That means you're doing stuff.
Just the list.
Yeah, I only got a few names out before I felt like, do you know what, don't play the music on me, man. But like, it would be great if you could name these guys and shine light on them. But
the ones that you feel comfortable to say, because I know there's some people that want to burn in the background, but I think allowing this audience that might not go and look in
outside of sport and entertainment, that's where like all of the role models and most footballers don't want to be, they just want to play football. They just like,
and business people, we just really want to run our businesses. Like I always say, there's no, like you guys aren't paying me to be here, so there's nothing good, like not nothing good, but it doesn't. That's an and money. No, but like this is to try and help us all. But in terms of people doing great things, you know, my name has been around that €1 billion exit, of course. But there's two guys who built a company, insurance technology company called Marshmallow. It's worth $2 billion. Two black guys started that company. Wow. They own that company. It's $2 billion. The company I sold for $1 billion, I had shares in. I came to it after it had started. They've started that company.
Is that the two Peckham brothers? They got something else. I'm
not sure if they're from Peckham, but the company's called Marshmallow. It's an insurance fintech.
Do you know them personally?
Now, I've met them a few times.
Okay.
I don't know them that well. That company's worth $2 billion. You look at someone like Timo Amu, 30 years old.
Yeah. Shout out to Tim.
Serial entrepreneur, great guy, crushing it. Look at Tim Campbell, you know, my good friend, winner of The First Apprentice, has become a serial entrepreneur since then. Incredible guy. An older guy than me, Wal Collard. He's vice chairman of the NHS, founding partner of Living Bridge private equity company. His numbers are scary. Like if you want to start talking money, like you can't. You know, Wal will invite you to like his third or fourth or fifth house, and it's the house you want to own in two houses. Like that's like where Wal is at, and he's a bit older than me, so that's somebody I'll pick up the phone and call. We got Rodney Appiah, who's running Cornerstone VC, venture capital firm investing in black businesses. Lee Anderson, my best friend, serial technology entrepreneur, about to launch a property tech company. So you just can't bring me this there's no black role models stuff. Let's go. I can put 100 black millionaires in the room.
I think what we need to appreciate is that, you know, that's your phone book. You know that, because you're around that. And not to say people aren't lazy. Sometimes people are not.
My phone book, they don't even have toolboxes.
My number. I got your number as well. You know. But like, sometimes obviously people are lazy. They don't go to search. Like they need it right in front of them. And you're very good at being right in front of people. Even though you're not even all there, but like you show up in the place which is important, like where there's hyper visibility. And I think, of course, not everybody wants to be in the forefront, but I guess trying to galvanize those people that, you know, hey, you're doing some stuff as well. How about you go to that platform? Like now that you've been there, you know it's safe. Send some of your billionaire buddies over. You know what I mean? It's sometimes it's like that. Like, and we do this on purpose sometimes to show that, hey, we can give somebody of your ilk a good time platform. And it's safe. You can come here, come talk, speak to an age group that you would never even dream of speaking to, but you would hope to. You can do that. So, yeah, we're going to dig into your phone book.
But you know,
in a good positive way.
The problem is, like, I think with footballers, or sports people, they get a platform because they win something or achieve something, win a cup, and now they're here for us all to see. In business, it's not the same. Like, there's no recognized platform. You do the €1 billion deal and it goes viral, and then now you're in the mainstream. You know what I'm saying? But without that, I think all these business people would be like, well, but I'm just
I'm
going
just
to
doing
work.
it.
Like,
Yeah,
what
yeah,
is there
yeah,
to talk about? Kind of thing.
Yeah, but I think showing that value that actually, no, we need to see that.
Yeah.
Like, otherwise we just see you say, oh, I'm a retired guy and I sold this company. It's like, no, we need before that so that we can see what you did. Do you know what I mean?
That's interesting though. Why do you think it is that your deal went viral though? Were you outside before that deal?
A little,
Good question.
A
That's
little
when
bit.
I heard of you.
Yeah, a little bit. When what happened was we hired a social media manager, paid him $4.5 a month, and he said, "Send me the videos and pictures you got." I sent him that one. He's like, "Are you crazy?
Are you
This is
mad?
gonna go crazy."
This is
And then
gold.
And then he put it out and
You collect art?
a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't keep any of it at the house though, just to be clear.
I hear you. I hear you.
How long ago did you start your art?
I'm not a massive collection. There's a few artists that I like a lot, and I've invested a lot into their stuff. But I invest in art and watches. That's where I put a lot of, outside of tech and property, art and watches is where we put a lot of money.
Amazing. I wanted to ask just on business. What do you think is the key? How do I put this? What do you think is like the best emotion that helps you in business? Like
Are you ruthless or?
Yeah, do you know what I mean? What's that emotion that you're like, that one will help? Of course, too much of it is going to be horrible. Too much of anything.
For business in general, or for me, like what's been my.
Let's answer for both. Let's say for business, that you from your perspective, especially looking on your whole career as well.
The thing that's helped me the most is foolish pride.
Foolish pride.
Yeah, or maybe I think I got this question the other day. I think I manage my ego extremely well.
Yeah.
Like I use my ego to my advantage. Like the number one threat on planet Earth is the male ego and insecure men. Like that is the number one thing that is most likely to kill and harm all of us. Like insecure.
I agree.
And I think I've done very well. I haven't done many things very well, but the thing I've done very well is manage my ego. I've known when to be passive in an argument or in a room. I've learned when to be silent. I've learned when to be the aggressor. I've learned when to bang the table and demand something. I've learned when to let the meeting finish and then pull someone to one side and say, you know, this is only going to work if you give me. So I've learned to kind of, you know, contain my often desire to be very alpha and confrontational. I've learned to just dial that down and play that correctly. And a bit of foolish pride.
It's true though. It's funny, but
you know they say like low. Like I've looked into like NLP. Like they say like low monotone. Like is more persuasive in science.
Yeah, but I've had moments where the right thing happened for me because I was shouting at somebody and like I was in high volume aggressor, right? So in some situations, it depends on who's on the other side of the table, what the circumstances. That might be the way to get your point across. I've been in situations where had I done that, I would have lost like a lot of money. Being able to manage that, I think, is mine. I think in general, like I don't think you can beat preparedness and hard work.
But how do you prepare the night before that big meeting? Because there's going to be like people that are going for their first job interview. Type
Good
stuff,
question,
and the nerves are. In fact, I was on the train that other day, and there was these two girls sat behind me, and one was going. They were talking about she's got an interview tomorrow, and she was nervous. Friend was trying to say, "No, you'll be fine. They just want to make sure you can gel in the culture." I'm like, is that how it still goes down? All right, cool. But like, say like you're going into a big meeting tomorrow, need to close this deal. Like, how do you prepare for that? How do you calm yourself and just like prepare in general?
I'm a massive advocate of preparations. If I've got a big meeting tomorrow, I've been doing this. I was saying this the other day as well. I've been doing this for 20 years. Right? I've been in some of the biggest negotiations. I mean, now we're talking about negotiations where the numbers are billions, and when we're getting to that scale, the money I've got on the line is super high as well. But despite the amount of times I've been in that situation, I've been in that environment, I don't shortcut my preparation. Like people say to me that they would expect, oh, you just know how to do it now and you've got the instincts to do it. I say, that might be true, but I prepare. So if I'm meeting 5 people to get a deal done tomorrow, I know who the 5 are. I know
Yeah,
some personal elements of the 5.
Yeah,
I know what they did when they did their last deal, what they did when they did the last deal that they didn't do. Like, I've got so much context about who I'm dealing with. And then whatever it is I've got to deliver, I've gone through it 20 times, maybe. I could call, the night before me, I could call you with my presentation. And you could say, I'm on page 22, I'm looking at the top right-hand corner, and I'll tell you what's in the top right-hand corner. And I've been doing it years. So I kind of say to people who are earlier in their journey, if I'm still doing that now to try to get results, how can you not? Like, why would you go into the room less prepared? Not in a bad way, but why would you go in like less prepared than me?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. So I'm extremely well prepared, rehearsed. I've thought through all of the eventualities. And I've been there before. That helps too, because when it starts going a bit left and right, I know to just like breathe a little bit.
How's the walk into the meeting? So you're pulling up to their offices, 2 lawyers, 5 lawyers. Who else is in the
succession?
Who else is in the ring walk?
You know what? Yeah,
We've got Skepta at the front. Skepta is in there too. You know what I'm saying? Done Deal and Big Leon's behind me. Manny Norte is like. That's how we're rolling up.
Hey, that walk from the lift to the room.
Suited up.
The suit sharp as well. Like,
No, actually, no. If you're gonna answer that, actually, like who's there with you? I've got something to follow up with that.
it depends. Like, we go to a meeting now. It's finance people. There's probably depends on the meeting. Like, every meeting's different, especially on the FFG side. Anne Marie's gonna be there. She's unbelievable. Like, she's changed.
Very organised.
She's changed my life.
Yeah.
Like, she's changed my life, and she's just testament to good hiring. And everybody, one thing I've learned about managing a team is everybody in my team, in my personal team, is incentivized on my success.
Right.
So everybody has financial benefit. The better I do financially, everybody else does better financially. Nice. It might be like this much for you, and it might be for that person that role, that much. But every time I'm ringing the bell because I've won, everybody's ringing the bell,
right.
and it breeds like good discretionary effort, because when you ask somebody to do something on a Sunday, you think, no, I'm part of this. So and it takes out resentment, because when you win and you're celebrating, like we all are. So that's something I learned, and that's been helpful. Share the goods, man.
Yeah, amazing. That question left my head, but I'll come back later.
You know what? In terms of tech, so you're heavy in the tech space, and of course we checked out your thoughts in Akali and
I got it.
Yeah, go for it.
Superstition.
Oh.
Do you have anything like lucky jacket? Lucky?
No, not jacket, but whatever the routine or places are that were in that like stream of success, I'll do that consistently. So I was negotiating to buy a company the other day. Actually, it was before Christmas. And I was wearing the same clothes that I had on when we did the €1 billion.
Oh, right. Okay, got you.
The white tracksuit ones, the blue top. The same thing. I was in my office, same thing, same routine. Worked.
Slap it on.
It worked.
That one is dry cleaning still.
I don't know what to tell you. Like, it worked. I got a lot of that. And I was trying to hire someone the other day, and I took them to the restaurant where I've taken all of my best hires. Like, a lot of my best hires, we had dinner there before. So we go there. So I got those kind of routine things.
Recommend it. Before I get back to my question, a restaurant, because we do need to celebrate. So
you do.
Go. We ain't had no
what kind of vibe? What kind of vibe are you looking for?
Chef in front of us.
I can't do that right now. No. He's exclusively breastfed. Let's think about somewhere that is child friendly with a corner.
No ball pit.
No ball pit needed, but brunch vibes.
Wow, what kind of food you into?
I have no preference.
We're not picky. It's up to us. That we're not picky.
But no vegan. Don't do the vegan.
Yeah.
I'm trying to gauge where you guys want to.
Defo wants some drinks, some colourful drinks.
You want a vibe in there, or do you want it like a top tier white tablecloth?
Let's do top tier.
You want white tablecloth?
Do you know what it is?
We have to dress up. Should we dress up?
We don't do that.
Yeah, we don't do that.
I want to go there not dressed up. Just to act like I've been here
Yeah,
before.
I'm the mobile award winner.
Yeah, I bought the Mobo's in the boot. It's right there, get the Mobo's. So who we are, man.
Just point with it, that one. Yeah, I think we've got a table for... Is it over there?
Yeah, I'm ordering off the menu. Let me get the Wagyu, please. Yeah.
Sorry, what did you say?
Let's white table it. Let's white cloth.
Yeah.
Ming Jiang in
we'll write that
it's the
down.
Chinese 10th floor.
We need to go before this
Media.
episode comes out.
Ming Jiang.
There's no time to do that.
Look over
I
Hyde
don't
Park.
know, bro, because I know if I come there and you lot are there, bro, I'm talking to the audience.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry. This is Dean.
I don't know.
10th floor.
Yeah, don't worry. Because you know what? Bashi made me think, yeah, man, I need to go to certain restaurants. He was like, there's a song called, is it Midnight in Balance? I've never heard of Balance. But it sounds like business is being done.
What's it called?
Midnight in Balance. But the thing is, the way it sounded like an exclusive place where you go there if you have money.
Yeah.
Nah, but Balance ain't even that.
What is it?
Balance is I think it's like a 24-hour restaurant in Mayfair. It's a nice place, but it's not.
I was going to say, so it's VQ.
And VQ's.
I'm always going to say it's Tinseltown.
VQ. But anyway.
Yeah. Okay, so 24-hour Mayfair club, yeah? I mean, not club, but...
Balance, yeah.
Because when he said midnight, I
I'm
was
pretty
like,
sure.
well, is this some exclusive place they kept open for Bashi? Like, you know, like music makes you think.
Oh,
like, what?
Kyobi. Kyobi is in Arts Club. It's a
Arts
Japanese restaurant.
Okay.
You got to be a member to go, so shout me.
Oh yeah, I said
That's the one I
where
want
I
to
go.
go. I'm with D. What?
That's where I'm going.
I'm with the
I want one of them.
The Bobo's out.
That's what I want. I want one of them. Because before that used to be the club, innit? You get there, you're trying to, let me call promoter. You got answering. You're there standing.
You're showing them the text message that he sent you earlier.
I know him, I swear I do. There's me on him on Facebook. Like, so I want one of them joints where who? One sec. Dean's on the phone. Dean wants to talk to you.
Kyobi Arts Club.
Yeah.
Let's do Kyobi. So I was gonna say, okay, so with tech, what is coming from like tech? Because you're investing in these tech companies.
Yeah.
What is the one that you've got your eye on and you're like, that's the future of the world, and I need to be involved?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I mean, obviously the AI emergence at the moment is like exciting, scary in equal measure. And we're investing at Forterra heavily in AI at the moment. It's the number one place we're putting millions of pounds to try and get going, accelerate on AI. And it's all about being like predictive. So the kind of things we want to do in our products with AI is to make the whole experience more predictive. Like if you think about software, how we interact with software up until now, mostly is we tell this application what we want to do, right? We make these choices, then we go, we're finished, and we could click done or submit or next page, right? And that's how we move through the experience. I think with AI, we can make it almost entirely recommendation that to everything you do in software is tuned to the kinds of things you might do, should be doing, need to do after you just did the thing before. And I think that's quite.
You're gonna kill us.
That's quite.
You're gonna kill us.
I'm invested in a company called Needy, which I think is quite interesting. So it's a corporate gifting platform. So big companies like Microsoft say, we want to gift our employees something for Christmas, and we've got $30 per employee. And then what the Needy platform can do is ask every employee to fill out a few questions about them. Yeah. They can accept to have their kind of accept cookies, which means you can basically watch what people do on the internet. And the AI starts to fine tune the kinds of things you might like as a corporate gift, right? So it's going to offer me, a bottle of champagne, free voucher for jerk chicken, and something else. And it's going to offer you something completely different. So it's personalized, right? Because a lot of, especially in big corporates, they go, okay, give everybody a Microsoft T-shirt, or give everybody
some swag.
It's like, no, it can be fine tuned, and then they take care of the fulfillment and the.
That's
and
what
the
I was
shipping.
going to say. That's it.
So they've negotiated with thousands of suppliers of these, these different items, and through the AI, they're fine tuning what people might want, and then comparing the preferences of similar people to fine tune that even further. I think it could be
Yeah, that's huge.
Pretty interesting. Yeah, nice little
Wow.
Is that? I never thought of that because I don't have a business like that. But like, that's a thing that companies actually care about. Like, because to me, I'm thinking they're just thinking, I just want to show you that we care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But that's exactly the needy proposition. That up until now, when you care as a company, somebody has to choose. Is caps this year, and everybody gets a cap. You ponytail, wear cap, right? It's done. So this is like another layer of a way a company can demonstrate like care. And it's not just Christmas. You know, you have a big offsite for your team. You take 50 people away. You can do it there. Like it's.
Have you seen anything that tech-wise that you're like, that's too far, man, guys? It's too far.
I don't know what's going to happen with the companion robots.
That's what I was thinking.
What, like Black Mirror kind?
Companion robots.
What's that?
Don't act like you don't know.
Companion
Let me see your cookies. Let me see your
them joints. Sorry.
He's got that home, bro.
Now I understand.
Becky. He calls her Becky.
He called the companion robots. He's like, she has a name.
She has rights.
That's crazy. If they,
yeah. Don't even. Hey, listen. Don't even worry about it.
But robots are hair, though, isn't it? Like I'm seeing a lot of robots now, and their hair, their hair.
With like AI as well, like how do these companies like make money? Because a lot of the stuff, obviously, for us as a consumer, it seems like it's free. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, how do they? Because unless it's like Google, who then pull it in their phone, and then you buy the phone, and it's all like part of the selling package. Like, how does like a
every time you use ChatGPT, you give ChatGPT something. So you make ChatGPT more and more powerful, and then the algorithms that are being built on the back end because of what you're telling ChatGPT are being sold.
It's just data.
So when I want to implement AI at Fortero, I go to an AI specialist company that has been collecting and harvesting data through an AI platform someplace else. Yeah. And then they're able to say to me, okay, this is how we can build your recommendation engine in this period of time. Whereas if I start it, it's going to take me this period of time. So I don't have I don't have the data, I don't have the behaviors, I don't have the choices people are making, I don't have the questions people are asking. That's how AI gets enriched. We're all making these companies rich by using things like ChatGPT.
Are there any tables they didn't let you sit at?
Loads.
What's the one you wanted most?
Well, when I was at Oracle for a small period, I wanted to be an exec at Oracle. Charles Phillips was the president, and I wanted to like sit at that executive table at Oracle, which was a ridiculous expectation to have. But now the nicest thing is, like, I can be. I'm trying to find a humble way to say it. Like,
sometimes it is what it is.
I don't even mean it like. So the other day, somebody called me to ask me about someone that worked for me because that person was interviewing for that job. So I gave the person a good reference, and then I spoke to the person who was leaving. I was like, there was no need. You could have just spoken to me about it. And if you had thought about it, if you're going to get a job in enterprise technology in Europe, I'm going to get that call. That call's coming. So that's a nice feeling that now...
Can't get around me.
Yeah.
The god of tech.
I'm gatekeeping the hell.
William Saliba in there. Yes, nobody can cross it. Say no more. Anything else from you guys before we get into...
I think, what do you feel people don't ask you that you'd want them to know about you?
That was the question of mine.
How was my day?
Oh, how's your day?
You won't even believe. That's the worst thing I forgot to write down.
How's your day?
Yeah, start there and then I'll tell you what I actually wanted to ask
I mean, I did ask you that when we was counting stage. I said, how's your day been?
I actually don't literally mean how's my day, but life's hard, man. Life is hard at the moment, and people are trying to better themselves. And from time to time, they might look at me and think, "Look, he can be helpful."
He's the rung on the ladder,
So I get it, and I would encourage anybody. Like, if they see a personal opportunity they think can help them, you have to go for it. Like, and I fully get it. Yeah. But like when it's 10:30 p.m. on a Wednesday, and my mobile rings, and we're in the car, like trying to get home, and the phone rings. I don't know the number, and I answer the phone, and I'm like, hello, and then the person is 15 seconds into the pitch, 10 seconds into the call. I'm a little bit like,
No,
bro, where's the small talk gone?
Yeah, sometimes small talk is necessary to ease you
But
in
you
there.
know, it's them ones where it's like, I know he's busy.
But that's what they say about people like you. They're like, keep it brief with entrepreneurs and CEOs, because they'll message back, cool, sweet.
yeah,
And you'll be
I
like,
get it,
so
man.
the paragraph, like you'll do this whole paragraph and they say, keep it brief.
I get it.
Yeah.
I do get it, and I don't wrong anybody, but like Liam will tell you the amount of time I'm like, what? I hang up the phone, I'm like, why is this guy calling me? Like, why is it? But you got to do it, and I've done some like amazing things. I've done business, been able to help people who did hit me up like that from time to time. It's just, it's 10:30, and I'm at the end of the day thinking, okay, I can sleep for. Or the other call I get that is a killer is like, I don't know, like we've gone to Real Madrid yesterday, we've gone, or maybe not even that, like we go on holiday, I might go on holiday with my family, have an amazing time, spend money, come back, and then someone in my family will ring me as I'm walking through the airport. They're like, oh look, I'm really sorry to bother you, but the car's off the road at the moment. And I'm like, it's like the 10th one of these calls from family members for the year, and it's the 10th call from this family member. And I want to say no, but I've just spent what I've spent on jet skis and like swimming pool, volleyball, and just nonsense.
And this is about socials as well.
It's not. This
is the minimum.
I've spent money on nonsense, and now you actually need the car to be repaired to take the kids to school. It's the 10th time you've asked, and I've done this, and now I'm in a difficult position because I want to say no because I don't want you to keep asking me this, but I know I just spent more than what you're asking me for on trying the pineapple dessert at the restaurant. So I can't say it. And that annoys me. That annoys me. I'm like, if you'd have called me in 2 weeks when I wasn't fresh off of my nonsense yesterday, I'd be able to say no.
You might have to rewrite that list you wrote. This is what really annoys you, Carl.
I was even gonna ask, like, what's because some, like, we have them stories, like, where we're like, I hope they ask me this so I can get into this story. Like, do you have one of those, like, it doesn't have to be our business, it could be, or like personal, where it's like, bro, I want to tell the world this story. Like,
It could be the smallest thing.
It could be the smallest thing, just that you're gassed about.
It could be like you beat Elon Musk in a race.
My stories like that, like I don't even think they would be like entertaining to other people because there's small things. Well, let me reel off a few then quickly. So like one is kind of on the same lines of what I was just talking about. Like once my uncle, my uncle from Jamaica, rang me. I had the blue, so I answered the phone, like talking away to him. I was like, anyway, he's building up something. He's like, I've got something to ask you. I got this business idea. I was like, okay. I'm thinking like this is not the uncle to back in a business situation. I'm like, all right, cool. Let's just hear this out. So listen to him, thinking maybe I can just do it just to help him out. He goes through this idea. He wants to build 3G football pitches in England. He lives in Jamaica. So I said to him, have you priced this up? Like, have you got numbers on this? He's like, yeah, I've got the numbers. So what we're gonna need to do this, and this. And I was kind of like, oh wow, like he's
done some research.
And he said, so I think all we're going to need is like 8 to 9 million from you. Like, what?
Do you even know how to manage that, round?
My immediate thought was, I don't think this guy's ever handled money in the thousands. I don't think he's ever been in possession of £1,000.
You know what's funny?
But in his head, he's like, a 9 million ask is perfectly reasonable. This makes perfect sense.
The funniest thing is, if you just said, I'll give you 10 bags US and get off the phone, he's like, cool.
And then I came off the phone and I was thinking, is this where people think I'm at? Like,
Yeah.
They think, just ring him and ask for 9 million. Like, he might do it. Like, is that...
No, because where you're at, you are actually somewhere. Where I'm at, someone thinks that I'm where you're at. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Because of socials, all these things. Sometimes family members might actually think, you've got it.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine when you actually have it, they think that you've got more than that.
It's so funny because that have like, with the mobile especially, I was like, bro, it doesn't come with the camera.
It doesn't come with that, bro. You have to leverage this.
I'll tell you the other thing. These are funny. These are life stories. You know what happens in my head most of the time? Something happens or I'm in a situation and I actually do think, I want to tell everybody
Yeah.
this. But then I don't tell them because I don't want people to misunderstand the context of it. And I don't want to spend 45 minutes setting this big scene.
Yeah.
But most of the time I end up in situations or places where I'm either going, this is so amazing, I want everyone to see it. Or this was so funny, I want to tell everyone, right? So there's this other thing happened. So we've got a beautiful relationship with Christian Dior now. So they like reached out, been building this relationship. I've been doing ambassador work with them. It's lovely. I really love it. Love the brand. Love the people. Right? But I think, like, I'm still the same person as I always was. Right? So they invite me to these great events. The events are amazing, and there's amazing people there. But like the other day, they've done it a few times. The other day, so they've invited us to Christian Dior store because all of the Christian Dior designers are in London. So they're going, come to the store, spend time with the designers. They want to meet you. Danielle's going, let's go. I'm going, there's no point to go. Like, it's fine. We don't need. She's going, no, let's go. I'm going, Danielle, we're gonna have to spend money.
Yes.
Yeah,
She's
we won't. They just want to meet you. Like, it's a meeting. Like, you should know them. They're part of the. I'm like, it doesn't make sense. So anyway, so we go there, and what happens when you go there, and when it happens in a lot of shops now, like when I go, so you go in, you're chatting. They bring champagne. You drink champagne. They bring stuff for you. Then somebody turns up with a bomber jacket. They go, do you like this jacket? You go, yeah, I like it. You try it on. Do you like it? You go, yeah, I like it. Then they disappear. Then you carry on chatting. Then someone brings a suit out. You try the suit on. They start fixing it up for you. Do you like the suit? You go, oh, yeah, it's a really nice suit. Suit disappears. Right, they just keep. So in the middle of the experience, food's coming, hors d'oeuvres are coming, houseware, plates are coming, glasses are coming. Then a suit, then a jacket, then a jumper. Then the thing ends, and you get back in the car. Everybody cheek kisses. You get in the car. You go home, and then you get an email, and the email goes, based on all of your choices today, here is your payment link. What you want, right? And the last we went to Paris and it happened. And then the last time we went, it happened. And the number's 180 grand, like for clothes.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said clothes on my list of things.
But nobody went. No one went. You want to buy this? It's £15,000 or £25,000. Nobody did that. Like no one ever does that. You go, oh, that's nice. Then it vanishes. You go, oh, I'm not really into that, and it goes a different way. And then you get an email link for 180 bags. Listen. And then I was telling this story to my friends, and they were like, "Oh, did you pay it?" I was like, "No." They're like, yeah, but you can pay it. I'm like, listen. The day will never come. There isn't a number. There isn't a number.
I'm still deep.
Well, I leave my house to just go and meet people and spend 180 grand on clothes.
Crazy. Crazy. I didn't intend to do this at all.
I'm not spending 180 grand on a whim in my life. Like, it's never going to happen.
Crazy.
Do you know how much money 180 grand is?
Yeah.
Do you know how many items of clothes you can get at Zara or Primark for 180 grand a pound?
Crazy.
It comes in lorries.
That's their stock take.
Right. And do you think they're going to send like two bombers, a pair of trousers, and some alligator trainers? No. And Daniel's like, yeah, but like, it's going to spoil the relationship. I'm like, we were fine. Man. They're so nice. I don't want anybody to because they're absolutely amazing with me. But I got like 100 of those kind of stories where they have some understanding of where we are financially. They read the press, they look at the Instagram, and they think he's going to be like this. And then I turn up and I go, I don't want that. Take that off. What is that? That's the top tier windscreen wiper fluid. Don't need that. I'll use fairy liquid and water. We'll be fine.
Top tier.
That one is so relatable.
They just invented it.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Free plantings £1. I'm going, but I only need 2. But hold on a minute, hold on. Sam, do you want planting? I'll bring you one. Then I'll buy the 3 for that. No way.
Hey, justifying things like that is so funny to me.
It will never change.
I was going to say, because Tem usually says like, what does Tem say? He says something like, you know, like when people ask like, how you doing? Men just say, yeah, I'm fine. So with that, I was thinking like on the way here, like, does money bring happiness? Like not in terms of like family life. Does the physical money or the digital money, does that bring happiness?
The money in itself doesn't do anything. Like it doesn't bring any emotion other than maybe comfort that
you have it.
Yeah, that you're probably not going to be homeless, or you're not going to be in a destitute situation that needs money to fix. But other than that, let me tell you what money does. Money makes you more of the person you were before you had the money.
Yeah.
That's all that happens.
Yeah.
Like,
I want to find out if I'm an arsehole. I want to know if there's an inner arsehole in me or if I'm just an amazing person.
when you get money today, however you behave with whatever today is a big number of money, is how you're going to behave when the number is 10 times. 10 times bigger. There's nothing. I'm not, in that sense, I'm not any different. Like, however many millions ago, when I got a big amount of money, I wanted to go out with my friends and celebrate, and I wanted to like pay so that it wasn't a burden to anybody else. All right, if I got £10,000, 500 went to my mum, 500 went to my aunt, 1,000 went to my brothers. That went same thing. So that was 1,000. When it was 10,000, we did the same thing. It was 1 million, we did the same thing. When it was all the numbers above that, same.
I love when people with money, they start to realize I'm talking too much money. Let me not disclose. You said 1 million, same thing. Then the others, you're like, what's the others, D? How many others? How many millions?
That's what I was thinking on the way in. So in terms of like, even when people do actually ask like, how are you? Is the go-to I'm fine, or do you generally
good question.
Like, do you share? Because like even with like your daughter saying, can we talk about this at dinner on Sunday? When people ask you, the older brother, the businessman, the father, the husband, are you fine? Do you share with those people that are asking you, or do you usually like be like, I can't show weakness?
It's not so much I can't show weakness. I will talk to my wife, Lee, Leon, Tim. Those people are probably my go-to people if I'm actually in a different emotion, because beyond that, I just think it's hard for people to empathize with the problems I have. Right. So to give you an example, there was a situation probably about 15 years ago where I did my taxes wrong, and I got a tax bill for £2.7 million. Right. And I wasn't expecting it, and I wasn't liquid at the time to deal with it, but it was the correct tax bill. So if your tax is 2.7, then your earnings must have been more than that, right? So, and I was stressed about it. But who do you ring and go? Like, who do you ring and go? I made 15 million last year, and fuck, like now I got this. You can't ring it like no.
That's what I was saying.
No one takes that call and goes, oh man, like what are you gonna do? This must be so stressful for you. Everyone takes that call and goes, well, my family take going up like But I was stressed about it, and in doing the deal before the €1 billion Fortero deal, that deal we had 3 offers on the table for that company, 250, 265, 270, 270 million euros. And then on Christmas Eve, everybody was supposed to confirm those bids. And on Christmas Eve, everybody called and said they were dropping out, and they weren't.
All of them.
They weren't offering anything. So I was super stressed. Like that was a very difficult time for me personally. But again, you can't call your. What do you want them to say to you? Like these are different.
Yeah, it's true.
I feel like everybody can relate to. I just lost 270 mil. Like
Kanye in there.
I've lost a couple mil on accumulators.
Well, as in like in total. Okay,
Actually, I can relate. William Hill stuck me up the other day. Like, I can get that.
So like, I don't even get into it. I don't even get into like what's the point, you know?
Yeah. All right, Dean, what we usually do with our guests before we let them head on home is a little trivia section to get on our leaderboard. So we've got 10 questions for you, and there are some lifelines for you. Would you ever go on Weakest Link?
No.
Okay then.
Who said no?
I see Conan.
So Conan on there, that was...
Wow. I was straight on in his messages where I was like...
voted for himself. You have been spun here today.
This is your lane.
Yeah. All right, so we've got 10 questions. I'm going to read you your lifelines.
Is there a like topic or domain?
Oh, it's
general knowledge all over the place. But you'll be all right.
I don't know about this.
You'll be all right.
This might not make the edit.
So you got one lifeline, which is ask a 90s baby. So if you're stuck on my question, you can ask Tem or VP for help. You can change the question one time. If you're stuck on the question, you can ask for a new question. Multiple choice one time, so we can read you 4 possible answers. Hopefully you pick the right one. You got skip one time. If you skip, you don't lose a point. For every question you get wrong, you lose a point.
Change, skip, ask a 90s baby,
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice.
Well, I'll read them to you when you seem stuck as well.
Okay. Is it timed? Is this on the time?
No, we won't give you a timer, but
who's done the best at this? Who's been on?
Reefer, he's got 17 points. Yeah. For every question you get wrong, you lose a point.
Katie got 12.
No, she got 1, but we gave her an honourable black 1.
No, she got 2. Yeah, we gave her the fake one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fake one.
Julia Denea got 11.
Yeah, she did good.
She did good. Yeah. So you need at least 3 points to get on the leaderboard. The final question is worth 10 points, and for every wrong answer, you lose a point. Question 1. Name 5 players that wore the number 8 shirt for Arsenal.
Nah, what? I don't know if we need to do this. Ian Wright.
Yes.
Who's wearing the 8 now? Gee whiz.
He's there yesterday.
I don't even know that. Well, I don't.
Marino?
Nope.
Who wears number 8?
Number 8 right now. Played yesterday.
He wears 5. Martinelli was 11. Declan was 41. Kyle. Are you sure? 8 played yesterday?
Yeah, 8 played yesterday. Right next to all of these guys.
Odegaard.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 5 is tough still.
5! Hartson, John Hartson.
I'll have to double check that one.
No, that's fine. It's fine.
'Cause shirt numbers can swap.
No, Nelka didn't wear it. Bergkamp didn't wear it. Campbell didn't wear it. Do you even know 5?
Yeah.
You knew this, yeah?
All played in my lifetime.
Oh, okay.
8?
At least there's like 32.
8? Them dead brothers, like.
8 isn't a key number.
I'm gonna help you. 1 is our manager currently.
Oh, Arteta wore 8.
One has been a manager, interim.
Lundberg.
Yeah.
I had that.
And there's 1 more. Well, there's more than 1 more, but you need 1 more. Played with Santi Cazorla in the middle. Played with Jack Wilshere.
Chess scored 4. Didn't he? Gilbert Silva. Who's the other? Gilbert. See an 8. In the middle with Cazorla.
Scored in the FA Cup final 1 time.
This is hell.
This is horrible. This is the tough first question.
FA Cup final.
It's a bit 10-pointer still.
I need another little clue on that.
Okay, I'll give you some options. Nicholas Anelka.
Oh, I said Anelka.
No, he's giving you multiple choice.
choice.
You jumped on it, boy.
Nicholas
Not
Anelka,
him.
Henry,
Not him.
Aaron Ramsey, William Gallas.
Ramsey.
Yeah? You going with Ramsey?
Yeah.
Okay, that's your 5. You're
Okay.
done. You made it.
This is going to be a long...
Nasri wore it as well, yeah.
That one was tough. That one was tough.
Yeah.
You won't
Okay.
necessarily get them as tough.
Yeah.
Hopefully, that one was tough.
Question 2.
Hold on, I'm going to be late for this thing. One sec.
No
This
worries.
is important. I've got to win this. What did I get any points for that?
Yeah, 1.
Yeah.
This is stress.
All right.
How did I come below Pagey Cakey?
Question 2. Who are McDonald's closest competitor?
By what criteria?
You see, that's a business question to ask. Because I would have just started listing other
You
restaurants.
would have gone Burger King immediately.
I'm gonna go fast food popularity. That's not.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go.
by what? Number of followers, units sold, revenue. You can't just.
That is a tough
You just woke up and decided who their competitor was, and now I got to guess what you guessed. No, that's nonsense. Forget that. He just woke up and went, I feel like it's Pizza Express. And now I have to guess what he guessed. No. I need specifics.
Because I ain't got the metrics.
Right. That's the point. I want to
So you know what? I'll give you a new question, but you ain't used the lifeline.
Okay.
The 2028 Olympics will be hosted where?
What a guy.
It's like-
What a guy.
I know where it is, but it's because he got the question wrong last
Yeah.
week.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
Oh,
So you
wow.
can ask them for help because they know the answer.
I do know the answer if you want to use the 90s, baby.
I need to.
It's going to be in LA.
Yeah.
I would never have got that.
All right, cool.
That was a protest question as well.
Yeah.
Because I unpicked him. You know those guys that lash out? That's what he did. He lashed out. Okay. All right. Yeah. All
You
right.
ready? Question 3, yeah? You're on 2 points currently, 2 for 2. What was Giggs' last album called?
Oh my God. Giggs' last album. This is horrible. Giggs' last album was called. I can see it's a black cover with the eyes on it. I can't remember.
You have... you got to change the question or skip. Or just say anything.
Just say anything. Save some lifelines. Or just say don't know.
I think if Giggs is watching, which he does occasionally as well, I think he'll be all right with it.
Anything in
Because
the catalogue.
you
If
knew-
you'd have
you
gone
knew
into
what
the
it is, but
catalogue,
you can't
if
remember
you
the
went
name.
into the catalogue, I mean, it's got like the track with him and Dave on there. It's got the track with him
Stop
and Puff he
trying
did
it,
on there.
man.
I just need Giggs to know, like, man,
Yeah,
man,
yeah,
to it,
This is now he's speaking to Giggs.
I'm not, yeah. I think it was his 4th studio album. If I'm not I've got for the man them.
Zero tolerance.
Zero tolerance.
Zero tolerance.
That joke.
Oh, they doing it. Yeah,
So if you was
yeah.
thinking the one before that, it was Now or Never.
Yeah.
Yep. So on to Tem for his 3 questions.
All right.
Zero tolerance. It's even in the prelude. He said it.
Yeah. When did the GLS come out? The Mercedes GLS come out?
Guys, I don't think you were asking Paigey Cakey these kinds of questions.
We definitely
didn't.
wasn't.
We didn't.
So why? Like,
That's
why
not-
you
just
I mean,
assuming
the
you
whole
would
time,
know
I'm
that.
sure we didn't ask Paigey Cakey how much he invested in tech either, you know? The whole
GLS.
interview is different.
The GLS came out 2018.
2016.
It's close.
Yeah, now we know he's got a newer plate. What's it called? What was the reason Facebook bought Instagram? What was one of the main reasons?
Mobile. It's mobile first user community.
That's incorrect.
What was it?
It was data. They bought it to get their data.
He said he was in the
Mark,
room.
Mark Zuckerberg told me it was a mobile
Mark
first play.
Zuckerberg!
Told me it was a mobile first play. I might even have a picture of that meeting. I'm absolutely not
Yeah,
having a
that's
play
what I
with
was
this.
saying.
Really?
I'm not
If
having
you
a
can
play with
prove
this.
it,
You actually said what's one of though as well, so.
I said the main drain.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Don't give me a point. For
No,
it,
but I want the evidence though.
I got the picture, but he could be telling me anything.
If
He
you got
could
a
be-
picture,
he could have been telling me Giggs' last
yeah,
album.
we'll look at that later. We need Mark's number as well. All right.
He actually did say to me it was mobile first play, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm not lying.
All right. What is the name of the new Rolex that came out, and it's got Dweller?
Land Dweller.
Well done. Well done.
Okay.
I'm grabbing branches on the way
Yeah.
down.
All right, cool. My first question is, a blue wavy line in Microsoft Word indicates which era?
Oh, okay.
You know they got the lines when
Okay, just a quick question.
Do you say a blue wavy line in what?
Microsoft Word.
Indicates which era?
Yeah. So you know they got the red one,
Yeah.
green one.
Oh, that's a good one.
Punctuation.
Incorrect.
Can't be
Formatting.
formatting. That's
So what's the colour's the line if you format your punctuation incorrectly? Just asking.
I don't know.
If it's blue, I might be right.
Do you know what? You might.
Nah, don't let him do this tech shit on us, man.
What's green?
Nah, man.
I'm gonna
They're gonna get onto us in the comments. They're gonna be like, you guys never give chances. You guys are giving me fair lifelines.
I've seen
Man's
blue, red, and orange.
negotiating like it's the sales floor, bro. He's doing it like the boardroom. Slapping the table.
And you know what it is? A lot of people don't challenge. They just accept they're wrong.
Yeah, a lot of people don't negotiate, though. Yeah, it's true.
This is why we have 5 minutes.
He doesn't even know Mark Zuckerberg.
If punctuation is wrong on Microsoft.
If anyhow this turns out to be bad for me.
Spelling errors. It's still only telling me spelling errors. Grammatical errors. I can't find the evidence to say
cool.
so. So yeah, I've got the evidence. Yeah, email us. It's blue. It's punctuation as well.
So you got it.
I'm going on. No, he can't answer nothing. How you asking? He's asking questions he doesn't even know the answers to. He's making up answers.
I've got formatting.
You think you've got answers, and now they're being overturned. This whole thing's a sham.
He's trying to get the case thrown out.
A sham. Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll answer questions that
I
know
would
the
win on
guaranteed
appeal.
answer.
This is mental.
All right.
Everybody, all of you lot should come back. Come back. You deserve a recount.
And everyone's standing there.
Everyone should come back.
Sides.
This is called what do they call this? What is it called when this one when one case like opens up the case for everybody else?
Oh, I know what you mean.
I can't remember the
I
term.
remember the
Civil
term.
something. I can't remember.
the term.
Grand. I can't remember what it's called. But okay, my second question. Troy Bolton and Gabriella Montez are two of the main characters in what Disney movie?
Okay.
Yeah.
I know, yeah.
Troy Bolton would be he's the main one, so you might know.
Troy Bolton. It's TV now. I watch TV.
Damn. For maybe the kids might.
Disney movie. Troy Bolton. Not even only Disney movies.
You can stay in.
Pocahontas.
No.
What is it?
It is High School Musical.
Odd question.
It is.
These men get vindictive. When I prove them wrong,
That's what happens.
They get
That's what happens.
vindictive.
You made man angry.
they get, like the police. This is the police behaviour.
You need to focus, because if you get this wrong, getting on the leaderboard will be tough.
Okay. What country has the largest market of gamers?
Gamers.
Rockton.
You got skip as a lifeline. If you skip, you don't lose a point.
That would be good to use if you don't know this answer.
What country has the largest population of gamers? Just by number of gamers in that country. Okay, so it's got to be the big countries. US, Japan, China, India. I don't think it's India. I think it could be the US, but that's a bit obvious.
I like his maths. Go ahead.
Tokyo or China. Tokyo or China. Tokyo is not even a country. Japan.
You going for Japan?
Mhm.
Oh, it was China.
Oh!
Damn, I really like the maths. I said he's working.
I would have
this
gone
one
US
out.
as well. I would have gone US.
Yeah.
That was a good
Oh,
math.
wow.
Yeah.
Don't worry, you're okay. You're still okay. Because the final question is worth 10 points. So this is what really gets you onto the leaderboard. And you get to choose who asks you the question. We've got different categories. Mine is in planets.
Mine is in, how would I define this? Business terms.
Mine is in movies. You said you don't watch films. So you can come this way. Though.
You've been the least vindictive, the least spiteful so far.
Yeah?
Planets, though, I do know my planets.
Do you?
Oh, yeah?
But it's going to be one of them questions where it's not like, what is the plan? It's going to be like, what is the gas makeup at
Yeah, what planet is all gas?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.
Common in business terms.
Yeah?
This is dangerous though.
This is dangerous. We might
If
have to edit
if I go planets and I get it wrong, everyone's like, oh, I don't know the planets.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
we go
yeah.
over
If
here
you get
now-
this one wrong, the company might collapse, man. They're going to say, our CEO doesn't know what this means. What does CEO stand for? Now I'm playing. What does EBITDA stand for? but you have to get it right now.
You meant the Cole Palmer.
That's celebrating. You messed this
Ross
up. You're
Barkley,
gonna
you
look
know?
mad.
That's their hands up. Don't worry, I'm just getting the leaderboard.
Okay, EBITDA. Where does 10 put me? Is that where I have 10?
Nah.
Oh,
You
I've
gotta
got
get it
minuses.
right
I've got
first.
minuses.
Yeah, you got a couple of matches.
EBITDA.
Yeah.
Earnings before interest, tax, depreciation, and amortization. Come on, man.
What's he saying?
That's what EBITDA stands for. There's no doubt.
Yeah,
There's no
I'm going to play it. I said, I know.
No,
You got a different EBITDA.
that's what EBITDA
Yeah, you
stands
got it,
for.
you got it.
My company was valued at 20 times EBITDA.
He knows what that means.
He knows that.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
he made it to the leaderboard.
I
Yeah.
knocked Pagey
What did he
Pagey
get?
off the bottom of the leaderboard. Shout out to Pagey, man. I'm not
Ooh,
being
that's a
Oh,
good
9.
score. 9 is a good
Nine's a
solid
good score this year.
Yeah.
We've seen
Because-
some really, really low scoring.
You know how hard it
I
is.
think it's been a bit more difficult. The competition,
Yeah.
the weather's choppy out there.
You lot set me up with those questions.
No, it was tough.
It was a bit
tough.
tough. It
It was
was definitely
I'm
tough.
going back to look at other people's.
Do you know
Yeah,
what it
yeah,
is
yeah.
as well? Yeah, I'm like, this guy's smart, man.
Yeah.
He might know things about things.
Yeah. Random things like in his spare time when he's going through the 6-minute like portal where there's no reception. He's just typing shit.
You're on there. You made it.
Well done, man.
Well done.
done.
Shout out, Dean.
Well, hold on. So
yeah.
that he knows, where his other
Oh yes, yeah.
options
yeah,
did
true.
lie. So my question was, which planet is between Mars and Saturn?
Would never know that.
Right, got you.
My very enormous mother just sat. Mars and Saturn.
Yeah.
My very enormous mother just sat. Marvin?
Yeah, between Mars and Saturn.
My very enormous mother. That's Mars.
You said it, yeah.
Just Jupiter.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, just sat. Okay, yeah.
It's been mad.
Okay,
Yeah.
and my question was, what is the main character's name in Cars?
Shoot. What's his name?
The red car. The red one.
Oh,
Marty.
man.
No, what's it?
You don't know. You don't know.
Oh, brother. Saturn Farland, is it?
No, you know. There you
McQueen,
go.
innit? That's it.
Yeah, you said
Yeah,
it.
wow. Dean, thank you so much for coming, man.
Appreciate it.
Long awaited people have asked as well. Glad we could get it done. What was the restaurant again?
Coyote at the Arts Club.
Cool. Yeah, we'll make sure we're cool. When you don't ignore the call. You're gonna try to say he's in the 6-minute
Walk between King's Cross and...
anything you want to bring people's attention towards, whether it be the charity or anything like that? No? What a social media man.
No,
Your
we're
social media person's pissed off right now.
Exactly. There's
Speak it to the page, to the page.
100 things. No. So, I just appreciate the love and support, man.
Yeah.
The response from people has been amazing. Being able to come in and spend time with you guys, loved it. Absolutely loved it. So thank you for having me.
Appreciate it. Thank you, man. Yeah, other than that, you know the theory, bro?
Nice, baby. Crazy.
Cool.